All right, now guys, we live. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rick Gamer 27, and I'm back again with another podcast. This is my second podcast this week. Yeah, I know that's a surprise. I don't really do two podcasts a week. But of course, the last podcast, if you hadn't seen it, this basically my. I did it on Monday. You just look at my damn video list, you'll see it. Check that out. It was a really good podcast. We had a great time. We had a little bit of debate, but it was all a little bit fun. But today's one. Talk about some Nintendo. Got a lot of juicy topics about Nintendo. Then I'm going to talk about Microsoft, the Xbox fan base. How a lot of them feel defeated, a lot of them feel betrayed, a lot of them feel just they feel like that Phil Spencer is going to basically just shut down the Xbox brand and shift everything on PC. That's what a lot of these fan base is thinking. Me, I'm skeptical. I won't say, I basically support everything he does, but I still have a lot of questions and everything. But we're going to dig in about that and get everybody's thoughts and opinions about the future of the Xbox brand. And is Microsoft going to put all their main franchises on the PC? Because if they do, I think they will be making a huge mistake. But let's go. We're going to talk about Nintendo first, and let's go and get our introductions out the way. Start with you, Alex.
What's going on, people? Active sitting here once again, part of Real Gamers Podcast, where we talk about fanboys.
We ain't talking about fanboys today.
We talk about NX rumors every week. We gotta talk about your favorite Xbox guys that talk nonsense, and we're gonna talk about the great Phil Spencer, hero of gaming.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, let's go with you, King Gamer Arthur.
Man, what's going on, everybody? King Gamer homies. What's up, everybody? King Gamer Arthur, exactly. What's up, King Gamer homies? Keep it real. Like to talk about whatever, and let's get down. We can start.
I appreciate you for joining me. Let's go with you, Zen Gamer.
What's going on, people? Zen Gamer here. Back again on the podcast. I'm just gonna be talking about whatever.
All right. Oh, go ahead. Yep. Are you still on?
No, that's it. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No. I was actually playing with somebody. I didn't get to my mute button in time.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go with you, Old Dirty.
Hey, what's up, people? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty. You gave me you love the hate and all that.
All right, appreciate you for joining me again. Last but not least, gonna go with you, Mr. Retro Bro.
DJ Clue, get on your phone. I'm on the request line. What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here.
What the hell was that?
What the fuck? What just happened?
That's how you start, huh?
I swear.
Nice. Everybody's like, oh, there, you came just in time. Hunter, what's up, man? Get your intro.
What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Honey from Metro Media, man. That's over here trying to join the podcast. They got me off of Destiny shit. Not Destiny, off of Division.
Division? Are you liking it?
Oh, man. I ain't played nothing else for 3 days.
Oh, shit.
Man,
they shut the servers down yesterday for 2 hours for maintenance. Played 2K and got my ass whooped. I ain't played no game.
All right, man. I appreciate you for joining me and everything. You just caught us just in time. We just down doing the intros. But yeah, man, like I was saying, we're gonna talk about some Nintendo, and we're gonna talk, of course, Microsoft, and we're gonna start with Nintendo first. And I want to start with the loyalty of this Nintendo fan base. Why they gotta be so loyal to Nintendo? There's nothing wrong with being loyal, but when this when it gets to the point that third-party support don't want to fool with you because the fan base is so loyal to the Nintendo brand, meaning that they don't want to buy any games that do not have a Nintendo label on it. That's just how it is, man. Like, of course, like, look at Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors is a Dynasty Warriors game. It's a Dynasty Warriors game with Zelda skin. That's it. And it just boggles my mind that it's sold over 1 million, but with Dynasty Warrior games, they barely crack about maybe 200,000-300,000 per game they put out. But when it comes to third-party games, like the Nintendo fan base, I don't know what it is with them. It's a lot of great games out there. And what y'all was saying about Bayonetta 2 a while ago, whenever they announced that Bayonetta was going to be on Smash Brothers, and I guess after everybody started playing with her on Smash Brothers, they really like her, so they went ahead and bought the game and streamed it on YouTube for the first time. Like, what the hell was this at when Bayonetta 2 first came out? This game was great. And it took y'all this long to figure out that this game is good, so I want to question the loyalty with this fan base in this Nintendo community. let's go and start with you, Alex. What's your intake about the loyalty of this Nintendo fan base? Is it Nintendo's fault or is the fan base fault on why the Wii U or Nintendo consoles is in the situation that they're in right now?
It's hard. You can't just blame one. Like, obviously, both have a part in it. Like, Nintendo, they don't want to make deals with third parties, and that's whatever. Like, they don't want to spend money to get games over, but at the same time, like, the fact that the fan base is just kind of okay with that, and then turn around and shit on all third parties just because they don't come on Nintendo, like, that's kind of crazy. That is like beyond loyalty. That's like some cult shit. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff that they say, that they claim to believe, like, oh, we don't like DLC and stuff, that's why we don't like third parties, whatever. But then you turn around and you love DLC when Nintendo does it. Like, that shit doesn't make sense to me. I get why they do it, because they don't want to disagree with Nintendo, which is, again, weird to me. Because, I don't know, I think a lot of the times, it's not just Nintendo fans, but a lot of the times people forget that we're consumers and not, like, we're not beholden to companies in any sort of way. Like, if anything, you're the one with the money in your hand. They're supposed to work for you. You don't have to go out and work for, like, when you go around and promote Nintendo, which is cool. Like, I do it too. Like, I like Nintendo. Like, I'm playing a Nintendo game right now while we're talking because I like them. But at the same time, like, I can turn around and I'll give them the backhand if they're doing something I don't like. Because, like, I don't work for them. I don't get paid by Reggie. And I don't like Reggie. I think he does a terrible job. But at the same time, like, when they do something right, I'm always there to support them. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be on both ends. You can't just, like, blindly support them even when they're, like, doing you wrong. Like, this generation has been, like, such a dud as far as the Wii goes. If you like third-party games, if you only like Nintendo games, even if you only like Nintendo games, Nintendo kind of let everyone down, really. If you like Metroid, for instance, Real Gamer, you like Metroid, you didn't get a Metroid game. And that kind of sucks, and it's like people don't really call them out as much as they should. Like, other people will, like the Sony guys will, and the Xbox guys. Well, I don't think they really care about Nintendo, but the Sony guys sure as hell will talk about Nintendo. But Nintendo fans are the ones who are supposed to tell Nintendo, hey, this is not what we want, and it doesn't happen as often as it should, and that's like a huge problem. And then when it comes to third-party stuff, yeah, third-party devs see this shit. Like, they see Nintendo fans say, well, we don't want your fucking dog shit third-party games. You guys make shitty games. Like, who wants to put their games on a console when an entire fan base says insane things like that? Like, I don't know. That's a huge problem to me. Like, even if NX gets a lot of third-party games at the beginning, will these guys show up? Will they buy these games? I don't think so. Well, that's just how I feel, anyways.
Yeah, you're right on that. It's still a question mark about that. It also depends on the marketing. You know, with Nintendo, are they going to actually market some of the third-party games, in which they did not do with the Wii U with this generation?
Yeah.
Little third-party games.
I think the big problem is because a lot of Nintendo's audience is young, they're impressionable, so they can be molded. And a lot of the YouTubers within the Nintendo side of the community mold a lot of these young gamers into thinking the way they want. So it's all like these like fads and cliques that they all follow. Like, I know, especially when I was in the Pokemon community, they would do Let's Plays of like the same game like 5 times in a year, and everybody's watching it from these big YouTubers and playing at the same time. So it's like if you're a YouTuber, you kind of make money by getting people watching you, and you're saving money because you ain't trying no new games. You purchased this one game that you played 5 times, and you're getting all these views and all these subscribers and all these endorsements now, but you ain't spending any time trying anything new, and you got all these people that can probably buy and try new things, not trying it, but only playing what you're playing, which is that one game. And I've noticed a lot of people in the Nintendo community do that.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I guess let's go and go with. Are you finished with your topic, Alex?
Yeah.
All right, let's go and go with you, King or Arthur. I guess you're next. What's your intake about the Nintendo fan base and the loyalty towards Nintendo, and why they are in the position that they are right now?
Well, let me see. My opinion is, okay, I understand that they like to play Nintendo games, like just Nintendo, but you need to stop playing just Nintendo games like Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Like, come on now. There's other games like they used to put on their Resident Evil, Tekken, and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot more games. But the Nintendo fan base is so biased, they keep sticking on, oh, we're just going to play by Nintendo. But I also have to agree with what he said earlier, of course, that they, you know, the, both fans, like, you have to blame both fans, it's like, but Nintendo should have been supporting third party, but they just left it alone. And it's like, that was the worstest mistake you could make. And Reggie, I do not like Reggie too much. No offense. He needs to go, or somebody else just takes over and gets rid of him. And the Nintendo fan base needs to cut out their little retardedness, stupidity, and, like, come on now. Quit playing just Nintendo games. If the Nintendo there's third party, you could play other games besides Nintendo. And that bias towards when Bayonetta came on, some Smash Brothers was beyond stupidity. I think it was,
it worked though. Like a lot of people ran out and bought Bayonetta, which is that is the whole point of Smash Brothers. Is the whole idea of Smash Brothers is to promote other video games. That's the only reason Fire Emblem is popular now. Is because of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like it would kind of be good for Nintendo to put more third-party guys in, because at least it'll allow Nintendo-only guys to get more used to third-party characters, and at least they'll attempt to play those games. Because a lot of it, like with these Nintendo Directs and stuff, if Nintendo showcases more third-party games, then more of their audience will actually be aware of them. Like, I still to this day don't think a lot of people really know how many third-party games are on the Wii U, like Watch Dogs and whatever. Like, I don't think they know.
There's that zombie game that's on the Wii U. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that was a launch title.
Yeah, that too. It was like Tekken and stuff. I mean, there was a lot of games on the Wii U today.
And then you know what the other thing is too? Wii U gamers that are open to other games are the ones that have other consoles. Like I kid you not,
definitely.
The ones that would play Watch Dogs and stuff have a Wii U, but they have a PS4. So which
or an
console
Xbox
are they
or
gonna buy
something?
for?
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like, I mean, Call of Duty was on the Wii U. Come on now.
That was Nintendo's fault for basically giving us that system that they know that there's gonna be lack of power and everything, lack of features in which you can get a lot of that on the Xbox One and PS4. You get just about everything you want as a console, but it sucks. It really sucks, and I understand why a lot of the fan base chose to buy third-party games on the Xbox One and PS4. Of course, more power, more features. You get to stream on Twitch. You get to stream on YouTube. Those apps is very, very important because I hadn't done it in a while, but when I did do it, I was doing a lot, and I did enjoy talking to some of my subscribers.
It's fun.
It's standard now, and people get pissed off in this Nintendo community when we say standard, modern features, standard feature, whatever. They need to adopt to modern day times. Like they get so fucking pissed off every time we say that. I don't know why. Maybe they just want to stick, just stay in the past. That's basically what they want. They want to stay in the past. They just basically want the Nintendo games, just play games, nothing else. Nothing else. You pop the disc in, you play games, nothing else. They don't want no YouTube app on there. They don't want no Twitch. No, they don't want what's the other shit?
Is, like, even if your console does have that stuff, you're not forced to use it.
No, you're not forced to use it, but it helps. It helps.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, why would people be mad about it when it's not forced on you?
That's so true. It's like why would you get mad? It's
why
like,
would you care? You're not gonna use it anyways.
I mean, the fanboys get mad over every single thing, or the fan base itself gets mad over stupid stuff. Like
I would think people would want those features, especially since a lot of people that try to come into YouTube these days start from their phone and don't have the software to do it on their PC. So to have a console that does some of the work for you helps a lot. Because I know a lot of people like
everyone's gonna go out and buy like a capture card. Like I got one. I got an Elgato. Those things aren't cheap. They're like
hell no, they ain't cheap.
They're like $200. It's like not everyone's gonna do that. So like when consoles do it natively, it's really helpful.
Exactly.
Just for capture cards, like I got a Rocksteel Game Catcher Pro HD. That's a capture card right there. That was like $100 and something.
I paid $150 for mine before it got stolen.
Oh, that's not at all. That's not.
Yep. All right, let's go to Zen Gamer. You there, Zen? Yo, Zen, you there?
He gone.
Oh yeah, he gone.
Oh,
All right, let's go.
No, I'm here.
Okay, all right. Give us your intake about this Nintendo fan loyalty in this whole entire situation with the third parties and all this shit.
Okay, gotta regather my thoughts. Just talking to my lady there for a second. All right. Yeah. So where Nintendo's concerned, Nintendo fans are concerned, they're crazy. Some of them are, not all of them. Not generalizing here because they have a problem against me particularly generalizing, but some of them are crazy. They have these cliques and so forth that have these really weird ideologies when it comes to how they support Nintendo. And if you don't exactly ride the way they ride, they love to pull your Nintendo fan card. It's weird with them. It really is weird with them. But when it comes to third party, three things. First to begin, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when it comes to third party games that do come to Nintendo, haven't you realized that when these developers bring their games, they usually have to do some sort of additional DLC or something. They have to Nintendo-fy it. Mario costumes, Luigi costumes, Peach this, Bowser that. And you gotta put Zelda, Link's tunic in there. You gotta put Easter eggs in there. You gotta Nintendo-fy it, and then make that part of the marketing in order to entice Nintendo fans to buy the game. Nothing is exactly wrong with that. I'm not saying that it isn't done anywhere else. For example, Rocket League coming to Xbox, it has Xbox IP stuff in there. But it is done far too regularly with Nintendo when they do get third-party games. And it's because these third parties, they seem to think, and they're right for thinking it, that the fans will not touch it in nearly enough quantities unless we put something in there that they are familiar and that they are comfortable with. As opposed to just porting a game to another platform and just let it be that game. If Ubisoft decided to bring Division, for example, there would be cries or calls for Nintendo stuff in there, Easter eggs from Nintendo games, so that they're comfortable buying it, or they might do it themselves. Secondly, we all know about the Bayonetta thing. Bayonetta got hot as soon as she got into Smash, even though the damn game was out a whole year before she got into Smash.
It's always been fire too.
Ultra on that.
Mm-hmm.
About a year and a half, it was already out.
Yeah. Haven't you guys also realized that Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7 particularly, that shit got hot as soon as Cloud got into Smash.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Before it was, like, you could go back, because that's not me. I'm not making this shit up. If you go back to the channels and so forth that you have seen this sort of behavior on, you can go back, and up until, I want to say, 4 or 5 months ago, when we didn't know Cloud was getting in and it was just a rumor, one that probably likely would be false, Final Fantasy VII and Cloud in general was overhyped. It was overrated. They didn't understand the hype behind it. Cloud gets into Smash, instantly they want the remake. Instantly it's the hot shit. Instantly they understand what we've been saying for years.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. It's crazy. It's just insane levels of, I don't even want to call it loyalty, because it's not, man. Because if I'm in control of something, if I'm leading something, I don't want people that loyal to me. That shit is scary to me. Because that's the kind of behavior that leads to people wanting to kill you and shit if you aren't exactly what they idolized you as. So that's not me. No. That's crazy. And then finally, lastly, as far as the third party versus first party and GameCube comparison you were making earlier is concerned.
I was gonna make that a next subject.
Oh, next subject. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about, man. It's crazy. You don't really see that among the other fan bases. They refuse to touch anything else, and if they absolutely need to get their hands on a third-party game that is not coming to their platform of choice, this generation being the Wii U, all of a sudden they're PC guys. Like, they never touched a PC in terms of gaming, seriously gaming. Ever.
That's pretty sad. I'll just get it on my PC.
Yeah. Like, you would be witness to them saying, oh, well, PC gaming is too complicated. I don't do that stuff. And I probably never will. And as soon as they find out that the Wii U, as is the case this generation, is lacking in the third-party department, all of a sudden they're part of the master race. They're buying graphics cards. They're upgrading their rigs. They're saying rig. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Where did this behavior come from? But then it makes sense the more you think about it. because their crazy sense of pride, what they believe it takes to be a Nintendo fan, which is conversely not to touch anything from any of Nintendo's direct competitors, they're not going to do it, so they're going to go PC. But
Which to me is still hilarious, because like, if you buy a Microsoft title on PC, do you think that money does not go to Microsoft or something?
Yep.
Like, it's such a stupid argument to me.
It really is. It really is. But you see, they're not playing it, and they don't have to see that PS4 logo. They don't got to see that Xbox logo. So as far as they're concerned, they're safe. It's kind of like the loophole in the contract that they signed when they decided to become Nintendo fans.
No, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad.
It's some cultish ass behavior, and it's scary to me. I'm not saying the entire fan base is represented by these people who best fit the descriptions.
Don't represent me, that's for sure.
What I am saying though is that they're very present. That is very real, and all you have to do is look and you see it.
Sometimes they do buy the competing platform, but then pretend that they don't have it.
Or if they allow you to know that they have it, they use the opportunity to get it just so that they can shit on it and still be educated about what the benefits are, what the cons are. In other words, they buy it just to cover their own asses. They don't really want it. They don't really play on it. It's just a way of saying, oh, well, I'm not.
It's just a shield.
That's so dumb to do that.
It is dumb.
It's retarded.
Well, it's kind of like what old dude said. Well, Crap Gamer Day, I bought a PS4, so y'all wanted to buy, like, really, dude. Really? Come on,
so,
dude. Come on.
Just to break that down, here you are earning cents and dollars on YouTube, the low end of cents and dollars on YouTube, and you're spending upwards of $300 to prove that you're not a fan. Okay.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. That's your money. You do what you do with it. I'm not there to judge you, even though I am judging you. But I'm not there to judge you, bro. That's your thing. I'm not touching. I'm just saying it looks silly from my point of view. So.
I have nothing to say on that. That's dope. Oh my god.
All right, is that all you got on that, Zen?
Yep.
All right, let's go with you, old dirty man. How you feel about this whole entire situation, this Nintendo loyalty? Well, Zen, he don't call it loyalty. He called it kind of weird and crazy about this. Okay, we was talking about Hyrule Warriors a while ago. So if it was just a regular Dynasty game, would it even sell? Would it even at least sell at 500,000?
There is a Dynasty Warriors game on Wii U.
Yeah, it is.
And it only sold like 20,000.
Gee, I didn't even know.
While Hyrule Warriors sold over 1 million. So you see the difference there. It's not the fact that it was Dynasty Warriors. It's the fact that it didn't have Nintendo stuff in it.
Yeah.
That was the difference.
That was boggling my mind about
that. That Hyrule Warriors is the best-selling Dynasty Warriors game ever, though. So.
Yep, you got to put Zelda on the Nintendo skin. That's it, man.
I mean, that was not the only ones. They had Samurai Warriors on the Nintendo 3DS and I think Wii, if I'm not mistaken, or Wii U. Not exactly sure. The Samurai Warriors.
Yeah, they have Orochi Warriors or something like that.
That shit it's all like shit, man.
Orochi Warriors Hyper, yeah.
Yeah. Dirty, you there, Dirty?
Yeah.
All right, give us your thoughts and opinions about it, man.
With the fanboys, man, the Nintendo.
Fanboy!
I didn't say that, Alex. I did not say it. I'm just letting everybody know, whoever's in the chat. I did not say fanboys. Dirty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dirty said
The fanboy.
Fanboys.
It's fanboys on everything. Whatever you get on is going to be a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? And me.
Damn it, why did I get done there?
Nintendo, I love Nintendo, you know what I'm saying, but I also have the other consoles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't deprive myself as being a gamer of saying, you know what, I don't want to play that because that company is garbage or I don't like that system. No. If you a gamer, you damn near play on damn near all the consoles, if not two. So the fanboys depriving themselves of just playing strictly Nintendo games and no third party, you're missing out on a lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when the Wii U came out, it was a lot of third party games that I got on the Wii U that I could have picked up on the PS3 or the 360, but I chose to pick it up on the Wii U to support it. You know what I'm saying?
I did the same thing. I
and
bought a
they
lot of
had some,
third-party games.
yeah, they
No one
did.
gets me worse, and I paid for it because these other guys didn't turn out, and then we lost all the support later on, and I'm the one looking like a fool because I bought all these shitty versions of games when I could have got achievements on my Xbox and had more people to play with.
Yep.
That's so true.
So when you deprive yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you get to listening to, you know, these other, you know, big YouTubers, man, that only want to play on Nintendo, and, you know, like I say, man, your voice carries a lot when you're a big YouTuber in this community. You know what I'm saying? It might not do a lot of damage, but it does some type of damage to people that's listening to you. And as long as they keep hearing you, they're going to eventually start following along with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I've been gaming on multi-consoles, man, ever since I was a kid, from Atari 2600 to the NES, the Genesis.
What?
So it's like you guys are, you know, just depriving yourself of great games that y'all could be playing, that third party could be putting on, you know, Nintendo console, especially the Wii U. I think the Wii U itself is a nice console. I don't care about power. You know what I'm saying? What they put on it, like Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell, you look awesome. You know what I'm saying? I love that I could actually do everything dibble and dabble on a tablet without pausing and switching screens to change guns, to look at a map. It was all right there, just looking down. And you have people that are like, oh man, I don't want to look down at my screen, but you want to look up in the corner at your TV to look at a map. So what's the difference? So, like I said, man, like, it's just fanboys. That's all it is. And if they don't want to play other games, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. I'm gonna still keep buying, you know, Nintendo products, they handhelds, they consoles, but I'm gonna also buy, you know what I'm saying, PlayStation, because it was like Microsoft is going straight PC, and I don't game on PC. You know, I never played on PC before, so it look like it's gonna be Sony and Nintendo for me then.
I sure hope that don't come to pass. That's gonna be one of our last subjects I want to talk about. But are you still going, Dirty?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Okay. Let's go with you, Mr. Honey. What's your thoughts and opinions about the Nintendo fanboy loyalty towards Nintendo? I remember that was like 2-3 years ago with Michael Pachter, the guy that a lot of Nintendo fans hate to love. You know, he basically came out and he said that Nintendo fans, they'll buy anything that put, you know, like basically if they would have just brought out a box and just write the word Nintendo, the fans could go out and buy it. Do you think that's true, according to Pachter?
In some ways it is true, I feel, but there's nothing wrong with the loyalty. I don't feel nothing wrong with it. That's what they like. I used to be a guy, you know, with Nintendo from day one, but it's cool to be loyal, but sometimes it's nothing wrong to come out and say, hey, Nintendo, we need this, we need that. You know, if Nintendo saying, hey, we're not trying to be like the competitors, we're trying to be different, we're going to give you your Marios, we're going to give you this and give you that. And if people find that spending $200-300 on the console, that's their money. You know, some stuff, Super Mario, anything Mario Brothers, Pokemon, shit, anything that's on there, people going to buy it. They put the shit on a handheld. If they put that shit on a goddamn Android or Apple phone, it'll be top seller overnight.
Oh hell yeah!
So you know you got your loyalists out there. So you know, with me is I don't. How can I put it? It's nothing wrong how they get down, but don't throw it at no one else's face. You know, you guys, if they want it, I know if I get this Wii U, I know I'm limited. I already know that Nintendo's not going to give me a mega party chat like I got on Xbox Live or on PSN or on PC. You know, I have people tell me, well, we got Skype, so if people want to Skype, you know, it's other means. But if I picked up a Wii U, I wasn't expecting to communicate with my friends because that foundation, that network is not like that.
Right.
You know, I have more people say they play more on they talk more on the 3DS than they do on the Wii U.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to communicate with people on the Wii U. It's not very friendly in that way.
Yeah, and see now we just turned to Mrs. and Mr.'s social media now. So you got to have social media on your console. Like I got a Skype app on my Xbox, and I told I'd be down if I Skype with another grown man. You can talk on this Xbox. Like what I need to get on Skype for? But people, I guess people want options, and Nintendo like this is the only options we're gonna give you. And it bites Nintendo some way and it don't. Nintendo gonna make it regardless if they go third party or not. I heard that maybe the good versus good and evil 2 going there. Now if that goes, I might buy an NX just for that shit. But everybody can't just go out there and just buy shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel the people that can't do it and the people that can do it. Because I like good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Beyond Good and Evil. That's one of my favorite games from last gen. So a Bayonetta, my thing is Bayonetta 2, like you said, you got on Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is a hit. People love Smash. I see Smash all down my Twitter line all the time. I'm the best in Smash. Don't get your ass kicked. It's a faithful. They got their fans. And you got to channel out the assholes. You got to channel out the people like yeah, I got the greatest console and all. No, all 3 of them got flaws. So shit. If you can get them all, get them all. But Nintendo might not change their ways. I call them the old triads. They got their own ways. They're not changing for nobody. They started this shit, and this is what the things they get.
Oh, okay. Is that all you got on that?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, let's go with you, Retro, bro. What's your things about this?
This is an echo.
Y'all do hear an echo.
Uh-oh.
It's not coming from me.
Is that coming from me? No, I don't hear no echo from me.
You don't hear it from me either, right?
No, I don't. Well, I heard it from Alex a while ago.
Me?
I don't hear it no more now.
Is it me? Please tell me it's not me.
No, not you.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's Mr. NX Rumor himself. The king of NX Rumors, Mr. Nick.
I guess I hear no echoes now. Let's go with you, Retro, bro. What's your thoughts and opinions about the loyalty of the Nintendo fan base and why they won't support third parties?
Well, my thought is, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a brand, but you should still want to have different options and try new experiences. And my issue is that a lot of the Nintendo fan base isn't open to new experiences unless they're convinced by their community. Like, if they don't have any big Nintendo stars like the King Nappy or Omni or Etika World Network overhyping a game, they won't play it. And that's not cool because they're like a bunch of drones. Like, if you've ever played, read a DC comic or played any DC games, you look at the Hive and you just got those mindless hornets following whatever the queen said. That's pretty much what they do, and nobody thinks for themselves, and that's pretty bad because they're shaped by whatever the company wants it to be or whatever these big YouTubers want it to be, and that's why they're not getting any expansion. Now, something like 100 said, he was talking about how Nintendo's been in the game for a while and they're kind of stuck in their ways. The funny thing is, they kind of changed from their old ways. We talked about this a little before we started the show earlier today, but if you look at Nintendo back in the day, they had regular games and a lot of third-party games in Gen 4, and we all talked about we didn't notice it as kids, but honestly, we played more third-party games than main ones on Genesis and Super Nintendo. Because when you think about Contra, NBA Jam, Streets of Rage, Mega Man, all that good stuff,
Turtles,
those were all
a lot of stuff
parties.
people say they loved in the Super Nintendo generation were not Nintendo titles.
Exactly.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers was on Nintendo.
Yeah, Power Rangers had a really good game
Exactly.
on Nintendo.
Final Fight.
And even big Nintendo fans to this day say that they like the Super Nintendo best, but what made the Super Nintendo so good is stuff they got rid of.
Yeah,
right.
So I would personally like to see more variety. It's cool to love a brand, but you should want to see that brand grow and get some spice in your life. I mean, that's like if you're with your family, friends, or even in a relationship. You don't want to do the same stuff with that person all day, every day. You want something different out of that person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's all I got.
All right, let's go with you, Nick. You the last one since you jumped in late. You came just in time on our first topic. Do your intro right quick.
Hey, it's Gamer Nick from Gamer Nick Incorporated. How you guys doing today?
Yeah, same shit, man. Still talking about those fanboys.
Man, boy.
Boy, all that.
Oh yeah. Just to keep you up to speed. We was just talking about the loyalty of the Nintendo fan base and why they keep trashing third parties and why they won't give them a shot. But it seems that Nintendo they gotta basically market third party games with Smash Brothers. Like look at Bayonetta. Like it took them put Bayonetta on Smash Brothers in order for some of these guys to go out there and buy the game. And Bayonetta been out for almost a year and a half. No, it's been a year and a half. A game that great, man, it should have got recognized a long time ago. Games like that, got Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors. It's basically a Dynasty Warriors game, but put Zelda skin on it, sells me just like that. What's your thoughts and opinions about the loyalty of the Nintendo fan base?
Well, I know a lot of the Nintendo fans are boycotting third party because they're not coming to Nintendo, and that makes them mad. But I can only speak for myself on this, that I've kind of been on this whole third-party I don't want to say boycott, but cautiously looking at third-party, but it has nothing to do with Nintendo. It's just, have you seen third-party lately?
I know this.
I don't want to go over the whole, broken DLC, blah, 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 all that shit. We've been over that. But other than that, I really have nothing else to add to that. I mean, seriously, that's basically what it is. I basically have the big three as it is right now, and I'm looking at all these third-party games, big names like EA and now Capcom and Ubisoft. I'm like, yeah, fuck you on Xbox One, fuck you on PS4, and fuck you on Wii U. I'm done with your shit until you decide to fix whatever you're doing wrong. Especially Street Fighter V and Capcom, you disappoint the fuck out of you assholes. But that's just like I said. That's how I'm looking at it. I think as far as Nintendo fanboy fan base goes, they're just fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. That's why.
Because their pride is hurt, and yeah, get the fuck over it, you grown man. Shut up.
All right, that's all you got on that, man.
So yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, man. Just basically what you was talking about. Like that's why Zen formed the reboot community and the reboot team, because we want the restart of this shit. Basically what we start on our channels. Like we was kind of biased at one point, but it's like this. We just love video games, man. So why not just talk about everything? If it's video games, so and plus we don't get paid by these corporations. So why do we want to just stick on that side and knowing that there's other great games on the other side? If you love Halo, get an Xbox. You love Uncharted, get a PS4. If you love Zelda, get a Nintendo. We left that fanboy shit at the door a long time ago. So it sucks that a lot of these fucking games, we missed out on as a Wii U consumer, and I was a day one owner of the Wii U. We had some really good third party games like Splinter Cell. I really enjoyed the game. It was a really good game, especially using the gamepad. I really love how they innovate the gamepad. Like all I gotta do is look down the screen, push a button, I get my weapon. It was a lot better than what we usually do, when we play on the Xbox or the PlayStation. Like it was okay. It was good whenever it first started, but as time went on, the lack of third party or the support of third party just started getting worse and worse. They taking DLC out. They basically getting a stripped down version, and all of a sudden they just completely just left. So I don't know. It's just a lot of BS that went on, and not like everybody want to just trash third party. I don't think it's all on third party. I have to fault both parties on that. Third party Nintendo is to blame, and the fans. Everybody's to blame. It's not no one sided here. It's all sides, man.
Yeah.
Me, like I said, I'm a day one consumer. I bought all the third party games. I bought all Nintendo games, so I support it. So I have every right as a consumer to be upset, to give constructive criticism, in which people say I have no right to criticize Nintendo. So you tell me, as a consumer, as a paying customer, I have no right to get upset of the product that I bought, in which I was like, okay, we was promised we was going to get third party. We was promised we would get all these games, but we basically got fucked at the end. And it goes back to the pricing of the system. People still damage control about this system. Okay, I don't have Wii U no more because it got stolen. So, is it worth paying $300 to buy another Wii U, knowing that I done played just about every game? It's not worth it. So why is Nintendo still won't listen to the consumer? Why is Nintendo still want to keep the price at $300? No, it's not worth it. But you got some of these Wii U weirdos out there saying, no, it's a great system, great games, great value. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, So you want me to play Smash Brothers and Mario Kart for the rest of my life?
No.
Well, they did say third party. They just didn't say how long it was going to be there.
Jesus.
No, Real Gamer. Come on. Really, man? Really? Who are you to talk to a multi-billion-dollar company? I mean, you're only a consumer. You have no power. What are you talking about?
See, but that's why I blame it on the fans, though. Like,
Smash Brothers over there. I'm not keep on playing the same games. Heck, I don't get bored. Like, heck, whatever.
See, that's why I blame it on the fans, though, because figure you're a company, right? You're trying out new ideas. You don't know if they're going to work, but based on your analytics and research, you have a hypothesis it's going to work. Now you test that hypothesis, and when you see that it's reaping rewards, you don't change it. Now that you haven't changed it to force the company to change, it's up to the consumer to show that they don't want it. But by the consumer showing they don't want it, it's not simply just complaining, it's them not buying the product. Because when it hits their pockets, that's when they make the change. The consumer hasn't shown anything negative to Nintendo to make them want to have third parties again because they buy all the first party stuff enough for them to make enough money to not care. Like, you understand?
No, Retro Bro, no Real Gamer. You're wrong. We have no right to assert our authority as consumers. I mean, it's not like we're giving them money. It's not like they work for us. Who cares about us? They got billions because they magically got it. We didn't support them and give them money, man. We have no rights. What are you talking about?
I don't know how many times I heard that in this community. It's sad, man. All right, let's go move on, man. Oh my God. Okay, it's gonna be our last subject, Nintendo. Then we'll go to the Microsoft side. Okay, another thing that really kind of pissed me off, and I was looking at the BG charts on the GameCube, and of course I made a video about that yesterday. You can check it out. Check it out after the podcast if you don't mind. I was looking at the VG charts of GameCube and looking at the amount of games that the GameCube got, and it puts the Wii U games to shame. And when I say that, I don't mean third-party games. I ain't talking about third-party games, even though they had a lot of third-party games. I'm talking about Nintendo's first-party games. What the fuck are these first-party games at? Like, you telling me that the games that we got this generation with the Wii U is enough? That shit is not enough, especially for a price tag of $300. In the Wii, even the GameCube didn't stay that damn pricey that long. Like, come on, man. And the GameCube was supported more. And when I'm saying that Nintendo actually support this system more, they gave us 2 brand new Zelda games, even though one Zelda got ported over to the Wii, but it was still new. Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime 2 on the GameCube. Wii U gets shit. Super Mario Sunshine, the 3D Mario game, in which a lot of Wii U owners still wants. Animal Crossing, not Amiibo Festival shit. They had Animal Crossing. They had Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh my gosh, I love Pokemon Coliseum.
Mario Party 4 and 5. So they had 2 Mario Parties.
Yep.
Of course they had Resident Evil 4, even though it was time exclusive. Oh yeah, they had Mario Party 6 too. They had F-Zero GX, in which we still don't have F-Zero.
They had Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
They had a lot of shit, man. Of course, you got Smash Brothers. You got the Mario Kart. You get that every generation. I'm just looking at all the
1080.
Yeah, I'm basically looking at all the Nintendo exclusive. Mario Slugger. I believe they have Mario Sluggers. If I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken.
Strikers and Sluggers.
No, they had Mario Strikers. Mario Strikers.
Yeah, that was it.
They even had Soul Calibur. That's the Soul Calibur that they had Link on. Yeah. So they pretty much had a lot of Nintendo support that generation. Luigi's Mansion. Hell, I'd be happy with Luigi's Mansion HD. Like, where's the fuck is this shit on the Wii U? 2 Star Fox games. We barely getting 1. 2 Metroid games. We get shit. Come on, man. Alex, give me your feedback about this shit. Why still damage control about this shit?
How about the game selection?
About the quantity of games that we're not getting. On the, I ain't talking about third party stuff. I'm talking about Nintendo.
From Nintendo themselves.
From
Nintendo
Nintendo
specifically.
itself.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I've heard some people say like crazy things, like you should be happy with 2 games a year. There was some like lunatic Nintendo fan that told me that once. That you should be lucky to get 2 games a year because some people can't even get one, and I'm like, I don't care what you can afford. That doesn't affect me in any way. But like, if you can only afford 2 games a year, then that's cool. I'm not hating on you for not having money. That's whatever. But like, that's not my situation. I can, if I can get more games, why would I not want them, right? That's what I never understood. I don't understand why Nintendo decided this generation, fuck Metroid, this generation, like, fuck a lot of their franchises, like with the Star Fox is more like a test for the gamepad. 3 years in, they chose Star Fox to be the test for some reason.
And they got the new Zelda game as well.
Well, yeah, and then this is the only console where we've ever gotten 2 remastered Zelda games on.
Twilight Princess.
And Wind Waker HD. Not that I've, like, those games were good. I have both of them.
Oh, I don't have them. See,
we're still waiting on the new one, which is most likely at this point going to the NX. And it's just like, I don't understand. Like, what are they doing? Like, and some of the games that they're bringing out, it's like, who's asking for this stuff? Like, Mario Party 10 was a joke. It wasn't even like a normal Mario Party game. I mean, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I don't know anyone in this walking this planet that asked for that game. I don't understand why that was made. And then there was some other really shitty game that came out. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. That's not a traditional console Kirby game. Like, that game would make more sense on the 3DS because you have the screen right below you. It made no sense on the Wii U because you have to look down at the gamepad at the whole time. You don't even get to see on the TV, and it's crazy because that game is beautiful on the TV, but on the gamepad, because the gamepad screen is not the greatest, it doesn't look good. So that game should have been on the 3DS, but for some reason they're like, hey, we need to show people they need a gamepad, and then throw it on there, and it's like, that's a subpar experience, and it shows. That game sold horribly. For a Kirby game, it sold like terribly. It's just like, I don't get it. Like, they didn't bring enough experiences.
I wish that Nintendo would just remaster Link to the Past, not like Link Between Worlds they did,
like
but
an actual remaster.
Bring back like Link to the Past, you know, like make it like better, like HD looking and stuff.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Wish they could, heck, because I love that game. That was my first Zelda game, not the first one off the NES. That's my favorite one, and Super Mario World too.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. Oh shit.
Did we lose our host?
I think so.
I think we lost our host.
What? I hope not.
Well, okay. But like F-Zero, for instance, Nintendo, they decided not to put an F-Zero game, but we got lucky that Shinin made Fast Racing Neo, which is kind of like sort of F-Zero, just without the characters. And it's like, that kind of tides you over. It's just like, they can do it. Why can't Nintendo make it? It's just like, when you're already not getting support from third party and you're getting only a handful of good indie games, and then there's just a bunch of garbage, and I just don't understand like why they're not farming out some of their lesser known IPs to these indie devs that are good indie devs to make their games for them. Like, Shinin is awesome. Why didn't they just let Shinin use the F-Zero IP and make an F-Zero game? Like, that shit doesn't make sense to me. And so I don't understand, because they obviously don't have enough staff to do everything themselves. So I don't expect them to crank out like 10 games a month. But like, we're talking not even 1 game a month that's coming out for this console at times, and it's just like, they obviously need help, but they don't seem to want to even get help from people, and it's just frustrating. But luckily, I have another console to fill the gaps. But for someone like Jason, our buddy Jason, he only has a Wii U, and it's just like, that sucks for him because he only has a very limited selection of games, and it's just like Nintendo doesn't really seem to care all that much. And then you look on the 3DS side, and the 3DS gets a constant stream of games. It's like completely opposite situations.
Okay.
Well, I guess until he comes back, I guess I'll go. Just building off of what Alex just said, without repeating what he said, it's crazy that when you look at previous generations, ignoring third party entirely. This is not about third party. You just see IPs disappearing one after the other after the other. You just look from the SNES, and then you drop some going to 64, you drop some going to GameCube, you drop more, pretty much damn near all, going to Wii, and Wii U was abysmal. So, what are we going to have once the NX, or whatever its actual name is, comes out? Yeah, we're probably going to have Zelda, we're definitely going to have Mario, and we were promised a Metroid 3 years from now, or 2.5 years from now, because that was half a year ago.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy, man. They just keep dropping franchises, and it's not like Nintendo doesn't have the IPs to carry themselves, even if the third-party thing was partially their fault. Even if we've come to the conclusion that should they get third-party support in some decent amount, the fans still won't buy it, even if they drop it entirely, and they decide to do it themselves, they can't do it themselves. I think the Wii U, or rather the latter half of the Wii U, and how things kind of panned out, is proof definitive that Nintendo cannot do it themselves.
That's true, exactly. But is anybody worried about E3 this year? If Nintendo messes up or not?
Not really. It should
Nintendo's
be a
E3
hardware
right now.
reveal. It should be a pretty easy E3 for them.
It should be pretty easy. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. If you're looking for a Nintendo, and that's really why people buy a Nintendo machine these days anyway. It's the Nintendo box. You either have a PC or you buy Sony's offerings or Microsoft offerings to get access to everything else. But the reason you buy a Nintendo machine, the reason you buy it, is for Nintendo games. That's why you get it. It's the Nintendo box. Personally, and I don't want to throw this off on everyone else, even though I kind of feel like anyone who's been around for more than just last generation and this generation, anybody who's been around for 64 GameCube up, I kind of feel like you should see it too. There wasn't enough Nintendo on the Wii U. So
I have to agree with you.
yeah, there wasn't enough. We did get Pikmin. Okay, great. We got a Mario, and as Real Gamer was saying some time ago, we got some games. But when you look at what we didn't get, the number is nearly equal, if not greater. And you could sing it to me all day long if you want. You can tap, you can tap dance. You can get background singers. You can throw an entire boardwalk presentation and sing to me the fact that Nintendo has the largest amount of first-party IPs from which they can draw from. And I'll say, that's great and everything, but how much are they actively using? Because if I have a certain allotment of something, but I refuse to use the entire allotment or the majority of it, then what's the point of having it? It's just there.
Yep.
So it doesn't make sense. It's like saying, I have studied for this examination, yet upon walking into the examination room prepared to take said examination, I just consciously decide to use half of the knowledge that I've gained and see where it takes me. No, you're gonna use everything. You're gonna try to get as much of your knowledge, and just throw it onto paper, and that's what you're gonna do because this is what you studied for. So it doesn't make sense having something and then not using it. And I feel like that's the direction they're going in. Furthermore, what made it seem even worse, based on what we did get, because we did get great games.
The ones that come out are really good. Like 3D World's great. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is probably like the best Donkey Kong game.
Pikmin was great. Mario Kart and Smash, they were also really good, despite my personal problems with them, but they were good games. Really good games. But it kind of feels like even the ones that we do get, they're saddled with something that really shouldn't be there. Not all of them, but some of them. And that kind of leads into an entire new discussion, but I'm just going to summarize it here, that Nintendo seems to have lost confidence in who and what they are and what made them who they are and why, in turn, we kind of grew to love them. They've lost confidence in their ability to make great software and let the software and the quality of it speak for itself. They always seem to want to throw some additive, like some extra something onto it in the form of a gimmick or in the form of something that really shouldn't be there in order to spice it up when we have never requested that from them. It never before has it been necessary because their hallmark has always been excellent software. When I say Nintendo, what do you think of? Excellent software, completed games, games developed to near insane levels of attention to detail and polish. And just based on that alone, it speaks and it pushes the the product forward, and people go out to get it just on that virtue alone, on that value alone. But I kind of have a feeling that Nintendo has forgotten that, and they kind of feel that they don't have what it takes anymore to impress us using just software. Hence all the gimmicks.
And this could have been the genre where they could have phoned the generation where they could have phoned it in, because it was the first HD Nintendo console. They could have just gave normal Nintendo titles, just put them in HD, and everyone would have been happy. Because like it's the first time we're getting HD Mario or whatever. Like,
oh yeah,
they didn't have to throw a lot of extra stuff in.
That's why I made me do that video yesterday, because I just figured out like the GameCube has so many quantity of Nintendo games, it just puts the Wii U to shame. Like we got a Pikmin 3, but the GameCube got Pikmin 1 and 2. Like it seemed like the quantity on the GameCube is a lot more than the Wii U. And basically, like with the situation with the Wii U, like that should have been the complete opposite, since the GameCube had third-party support. So
you know what I think really ruined it? I remember reading a couple of articles about this a couple of months ago, and it really surprised me. Like, the GameCube was a really good console, but it didn't sell as well as they wanted it to. So I think, like, after seeing the sales they got off of the GameCube, it really just, like, scared them, and they were like, okay, we want low price points that aren't going to break our fans' pockets, but we still want to try to revolutionize, like, the gaming industry, and that's how they came up with this craziness of the Wii. Which, honestly, like, I don't care what anyone says, the Wii was the worst console ever, and it was a complete gimmick. Like, if Soccer Moms didn't exist, the Wii would have not gone anywhere. Like, there's plenty of research that shows, especially, like, if you watch, like, The Know, where they have, like, gaming journalists and stuff, that shows that, like, when the Wii sold best was around, like, Mother's Day and stuff like that, and that, like, a lot of mothers were buying it. And then after getting all that money and seeing that work, they kind of thought they can do that with the Wii U, and now they're just on this whole gimmick thing with like their consoles, because they know if they do a gimmick doesn't cost them a lot of money, and to try to put all the graphics enhancers like the Xbox and the PlayStation would be, they would have to up the pricing point to a point they don't want to charge their customers. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with what you're saying, exactly. But I also want to say, exactly, I think Nintendo has just completely lost their sales, because like back then, they used to do like everything like like how they used to, like they used to be like actual Nintendo. But now Nintendo just not their sales. They just do whatever they want and go with it.
Yep. I mean, Nintendo right now,
they just lost their sales.
Yeah, they remind me a little bit of that 40-year-old, 50-year-old dude who's been married for 20 years and his wife passes away, or they break up or divorce or whatever. And after the mourning period or after that emotional period, he decides he want to go out and get a new girl, but he has no idea how to talk to women anymore because he hasn't done it in so long. So he lost all his confidence. He doesn't know how to approach women. The bar scene is alien to him. So that's what it seems like. Yeah.
And then that's the other problem, too. The market is way more competitive than it used to be in Gen 4. Like, I think we can be honest. Gen 4 had so many mistakes that, weren't counted as mistakes back then, but by today's standards would get you destroyed as a gaming company or developer when we really think about it. Like back then, we were really just excited about games, and beating Atari and stuff really wasn't that difficult. Like, let's be honest, when we were kids, we were also playing games like Carmen Sandiego, Commander Keen, and Math Blaster. So, like, there wasn't really competition back then. Sega and Genesis had it really easy. And when competition started coming, well, Sega was the first to fall. Now Nintendo is kind of on their knees. And Konami, we see what happened to them, right? They gave up. They're doing mobile games and gambling machines.
Yeah,
like, none of the older companies, like, it seems like they really don't understand the market. They just came into the market in the old days when there were no standards.
I mean, Konami exactly used to be great, exactly, because I loved, like, playing, Castlevania 64,
Hey, I want to cut y'all off. somebody named Rodney with a career, whatever, in the comment section, in the chat, talking about fake ass Nintendo fan crying like little bitches and supporting third parties.
What
I wonder where they
the?
came
Turd.
from.
Can you not
Where they
spell
came
child?
from.
It's THIRD, not TURD.
I
Go
wonder,
get an
I wonder
education.
I think I know what channel they came from talking about third parties.
So all I'm gonna say, Mr. Rodney, sir, if
Why
you're
don't you go play those turd parties on your imaginary PC, buddy?
no, all I'm saying is if you're referring to us, sir,
Serious.
I'm not sure if you are referring to us, but if you are referring to us, sir,
Man,
you might wanna pull that dial a little bit back to about 20 minutes ago. We kind of talked about you and your kind of people. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you wasn't here whenever we was talking about those loyal Nintendo fans, we are Nintendo fans. We just not that loyal because we give constructive criticism. Why don't you go ahead and whenever this podcast is over, go ahead and rewatch and basically just hear about yourself because we talking about you, buddy. But anyway, let's go and move on, man. Okay, we didn't. Who didn't get a turn? Oh, Dirty. You still there, Oh, Dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts and opinions about the quantity of Nintendo games that we did not get this generation? But if you look at the GameCube, we get a whole bunch of quantity. We get multiple Star Fox games, multiple Metroid games, multiple Pikmin games, just multiple a lot of games. Zelda, like, where the fuck is that at this generation? Like, what's Nintendo even thinking?
You know, I have no idea, man. I was hoping, since I didn't see it on the original Wii, I was hoping for the Wii U, you know, we'd get a F-Zero, and my favorite game coming from the N64, Wave Race. Like, I love Wave Race 64 and GameCube, and it's like Nintendo forgot about that game. Like, I want to play a Wave Race. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool game. And yeah, Nintendo got a lot of arsenals, but it's like they're not using them.
They don't have the map power. That's all it is.
Yep, and for those who say they don't want a new wave race or have no idea how a new wave race would be, I got one thing to say to you: HD water. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, the water still looks good on the GameCube.
It does,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what I was looking for this generation with Nintendo. But I don't know. I don't know if third party surprised Nintendo of leaving, and you know that's why Nintendo got a shortage of their games. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they was hoping third party would have stuck around longer to put out more of their games. I don't know, man, but it is. I hope NX is much better. That's what I'm hoping, and it better come with Mario Galaxy 3. That's all I know. It better launch with that game.
That's the game that we all want, but Nintendo.
They said Mario will always usher in new hardware, so you can bet there'll be a Mario game at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
I hope it ain't no rehash Mario game like we got with New Super Mario Brothers U. It's the same
Yeah.
version, just
That
HD.
one wasn't that good. 3D World's really good, but I didn't really like Super Mario Brothers U that much.
It's the same shit on the Wii, just HD skin. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Like no, go ahead, old Dirty. You still going?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, those were the games I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? Another Punch Out. I mean, the Punch Out on the original Wii was pretty good, but I don't know how long Punch Out been out. It got to be like damn near 20 years now, 25 years. I think they could have did a collector's edition. Gave us the original Punch Out, Super Punch Out, this Punch Out for the Wii, and plus a brand new Punch Out for the Wii U. Like, come on, Nintendo, you got a lot of stuff. You want to play, and you holding back.
Like step up your game, Nintendo. Quit this nonsense.
Yep, and that's the thing that I want to quickly address when you compare the Wii U to the GameCube. People like myself, for example, losing some faith when it comes to Nintendo and the Wii U in general. It has nothing to do with the sales. I don't care. None of that money's hitting my pocket. Maybe if it did, maybe then it would be a factor, but it's not. The GameCube equally undersold, not nearly as much as the Wii U, but the reason why it's beloved is because we had those games there.
Yep.
It will be remembered for that, right? So that's the difference there, And I don't think, maybe it will, because the whole nostalgia factor thing will come into play 10 years from now, but I highly doubt that people will be looking back at the Wii U or Wii fondly the way we look back at older consoles, fondly. somehow I don't think that that's gonna happen. Maybe it will, and I'm wrong, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Hey, Nick, did we ever get to you?
I had to step out for a minute, but I'm back. So,
Okay, give us your thoughts and opinions. Then I'm going to go to 100. Give us your thoughts and opinions about the comparisons.
I just want to put a little side note here that I'm getting kind of tired of hearing this only soccer moms bought the Wii U thing. Because first of all, I take offense to that because me being neither a mother or a kid who plays soccer and bought a Wii U, I feel like I'm a little underrepresentative of the gaming of that audience. And I would like to point out, in defense of mothers, that I'm pretty sure their kids did other things besides soccer. They probably played baseball or football
baseball mothers,
or
okay.
karate or did a bunch of other stuff. So, this whole blanket statement soccer mom thing, just, get the hell out of that shit. So anyway.
All right, we're going to switch it up. Football / baseball.
Well, the
/
soccer
golf
mom
mom.
thing is just a
Call 'em
stereotypical
sports
name
mom.
based on soccer mom thing is just a stereotypical name based on gross numbers. And when I said most people, I only meant by gross numbers because, as we all know, majority is what matters when it comes to business, which is why I made that statement. It's about the same.
People bought it too.
It's the same equivalent as when they say people are living at
The
home
Wii is
are
hot
always
fire in the retirement home.
like. It's the same example as when they talk about gamers and they be like, oh, some people they live in the basement. Like, if they live at home, it doesn't mean they live in the basement, but it's just a stereotype.
Some of them live in an attic.
Like you know what I mean? It's just a stereotype to explain it that everyone can understand. Because I mean, we could have went into all of that, but do we really need to do that to explain the point to all the viewers when you can just use a statement they get and kind of move the conversation along? That's all I did.
He was just being funny though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nick, give us your thoughts and opinions about the GameCube getting more Nintendo support. I ain't talking about third party, even though they had a lot of third party games, but they had a lot more first party games than the Wii U. What's your thoughts and opinions about it?
Yeah, that's true, but it seems like a lot of those games, even though we all liked them on the GameCube, I don't think they really sold that well. I remember all these games that, honestly, unfortunately, I didn't get like initially when I had my GameCube, but I got them later on in life, long after GameCube was gone, and I wanted to play his games because I have money now. There are a bunch of games on there that I thought were really good that I was kind of, upset we didn't see either on the Wii or the Wii U, and there were games like that I was looking forward to, like such as, I was playing some Baten Kaidos, however you say that. That was a good game.
Yeah.
There were like a bunch of games on the Wii that I was hoping they'd continue that tradition on the Wii U, and it didn't happen. I mean, there's no Last Story 2.
I wish.
Let's see what else. And I was really hoping they'd do that, but I'm glad I got a Xenoblade sequel. I'm glad they actually did that. But like, I liked the other game too, and I'm thinking like, wow, this is. I hope they make this a series to continue on for the next couple of systems, and nothing came out of that. And I'm kind of sad about that. Plus, there are like just a bunch of games that we just don't see, and I'm not even just for Nintendo, from like older systems that I was kind of hoping the franchise would go on, and people just dropped it, or the companies just dropped it, and I'm like,
yeah, because they're not.
Because now we're just getting this whole. I know, because like what happened is you get the games coming in like Call of Duty and stuff, they're making like millions, hands over fist worth of dollars, and if a game doesn't sell 1 million copies in a week, it's considered a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Whether
sorry
it made a profit or not from its sales, in the eyes of like a lot of like the consumers, are like, oh, it didn't sell 1 million, must be a bad game, and it's like, really? So just because like, does your image have something to do with what
I
kind
don't
of game
think
you
a
play?
company cares if a consumer thinks a game sold well, though.
It's like, if is somebody really going to come up to you and go, oh, did you really play that game? It didn't even sell 1 million. Why are you playing that game? Who does that? Is anybody really acting like that? Seriously? I mean, there's like a lot of people I don't pay attention on YouTube. Is there actually somebody out there doing this?
Yeah,
You played
you're right.
101. That didn't even sell 50,000. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I
sales
love
in this community.
that game sold like crap, and I'm like, son of a bitch, that was a good game.
Yeah,
And now
why
we're not
not
going to see any more. We're not going to see any more of that series because it sold what, 500,000? Not 500. I was like 5,000 copies total.
Yeah.
You're right, man. You're
I
absolutely
like
right.
that game. I thought it was a good game.
People
But because
sales to see how good a game is, and they also do nonsense like, "Oh, a game got an 8. Oh, must be bad then." I'm like, 8 is bad?
Yeah,
Like,
but what
you
happened
out
with
of
that
10,
also,
right?
Just like
what
they
happened with that
Halo for getting what a 81 or 82 Metacritic score.
Yeah.
Everybody was shitting on it. Like, come on, man.
I mean, how
Halo's
is an
very
8
good,
bad?
but it's just
81
the campaign is like not the
unplayable.
greatest.
It's just unplayable.
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 I mean, who does that? I mean, you're right. You're right.
You know, Mario Kart had what was the frame rate? It was like
59.
about 59 points,
59,
yeah.
and everybody was damage controlling this shit.
Everyone was like,
"You
"It's
serious, man?"
unplayable."
It's the internet, man. That's the internet, because before the internet, none of this was a problem because we didn't have access to this information, right?
Yeah.
So,
I know. How did people litigate before the internet? How'd they know? If
It's like Game Informer gave us all of that, but
Yeah.
let's be honest, people don't read.
Yep, back in the day, yeah.
I'm not saying that I want to go back to the days when I had to decide whether a game was good or not based on the box art, because
That's
that was
just stupid.
hit and miss. You could end up with some shit.
That's
Like,
a horrible way to choose if you want a game or not.
that was a hit and miss. Yeah.
It was kind of okay. The Game Report was okay, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
Right, but what I am saying and what Nick is saying is that, yeah, this is a whole new generation of people who use these metrics that really have nothing to do with the quality of a game to decide whether or not they should buy the game, and in the long run, it might be affecting sales, because there's this whole peer pressure thing dynamic that's going on. If a game doesn't sell XYZ within a week or a month or by the next MPD, you know, it's a bad game. Or if it gets an 8 or a 7, it's a bad game. But in my world, 7 and 8 means good game, 9 and 10 means excellent, and
But
5 and
the worst
below
part-
means average and below average, you know? So
the worst part about this is, these people who are acting like this are our age.
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
that's-
gaming as
yeah.
long as we were. They've been gaming just as long as we have been, and somehow they shifted to this mentality. When I'm thinking like,
Well, you can
these motherfuckers are older
usually
than me.
tell the people that say stuff like that. I don't think they've been gaming as long as we have, though.
Well, of course, likely, because the fanboys have nothing better to do, or the fanboys really got problems. I mean, it's Nintendo.
That's why I talk about them all the time on my channel. 'Cause
Fanboy!
they all got mental illness. There ain't no doctor in this world can cure that shit, man. It's just pretty sad.
The fire.
Yep.
All right, yo, Hunter, you want to dig in on this conversation? I know y'all. I know the Xbox the best box. You about to get to that in a few. You got
Bang,
No,
bang.
y'all said it all. Man, y'all said it all.
All right, let's go with you, Retro. And after that, we're gonna talk about some Microsoft, man. We got a lot to talk about on that, man.
Like, the biggest thing for me, I was just really disappointed. Like, when I heard that Sega and like Nintendo were partnering up, I was pretty excited because I was like, okay, I like a lot of Sega's IPs, and I know they had to go away because of their funding. I was like, okay, now they have funding, they can do a lot of cool stuff. Like, never in the back of my mind did I think we were going to have Sonic hoard out to us to the point that I hated him, because I completely hate him now. Like, I thought we would get, like, maybe some Golden Axe, maybe an upgraded Streets of Rage, maybe, like, another Contra. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we would see other enjoyable IPs come back and, like, updated graphics. They were like, no. Our partnership between Sega and Nintendo is just whoring out Sonic with a bunch of crappy games.
Nintendo got done dirty with that deal. Most of those
Yep.
Sonic games were terrible.
Yep.
Even the ones that people say were good, I didn't really like. Generations was like the only one I liked. I didn't like Colors either.
What?
That wasn't even on the
Pretty
Wii U.
good.
They just got the shitty ones like Sonic Boom, and Lost World was okay.
I
And
never,
then they got that Mario Sonic Winter Olympics game.
I never played Sonic Boom. I only play Sonic.
I think the best Sonic that we as Nintendo consumers that got the best Sonic game was Sonic Adventures 2 that got put up to the GameCube.
my God.
To be completely honest, the best Sonic game isn't even a Sonic game. It's a game by an indie developer called
Yeah, Freedom Planet.
That's the best Sonic game.
That's what I'm saying. That game kicks ass.
I did not know that because I just love the original Sonic Adventures, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic and Knuckles. You know.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, I love,
It's
yeah,
like
I love-
old school Sonic
favorite
mixed
game,
with
Sonic
some old
2.
school Mega Man. It's awesome.
and they got martial arts and good dialogue. Like, the story cutscenes are good.
Yep. It shits on Sonic
And the
now.
final boss is so hard. Like, he beat me 30
Yeah, that
times
was
before I beat him
hard
once.
Oh my gosh, Mega Man X is hard as heck.
Yeah, it's pretty much Mega Man hard when it comes to the bosses.
Exactly.
All right, is that all we got on this subject? So we gonna get to Microsoft.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we gotta talk about Microsoft. Yes,
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the king, Phil Spencer.
yeah,
Oh, Alex, stop. He's not doing anymore.
these fans
The
stuff is way too
hero of gaming.
No, he's not the hero of gaming. He needs to be fired, and we need Matrick back. Remember?
Yeah. Okay, let's go and bounce with this subject. Okay, it's been a lot to discuss on this. I'm trying not to go too long. This is kind of a lot of us, but it's been a whole bunch of negative news these past couple of weeks, and of course we covered a lot of it on my podcast that we had a few days ago. Whenever this breaking news had approached us about this Lionhead Studios, and I guess 8 studios as a whole, First Party Studios is closed down from Microsoft, and that's not a good sign.
Is
And
it 8? I thought it was 5.
I think it's 8 now. So and basically now it's more questions about is Microsoft planning on putting the pillars of their first party games, their exclusives, to the PC, and if that actually happens, that's gonna be but they basically shooting themselves in the foot because basically I forgot that dude's name, but it was asked about Gears of War is going to PC. He said basically he didn't know or something like that. But they gave us some details about Gears of War 4. It's gonna be 1080p, 30 frames per second. But they said it's gonna be 60 frames per second on the multiplayer, but they don't know the resolution on the multiplayer. So it maybe we might get 900p. That whole 900p shit we always get.
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty much.
it's pretty obvious, man.
It's
But
pretty
it-
obvious. Otherwise, they would have said 1080.
You would have said 1080, but it's a long-form way of them saying, okay, the resolution will be what it is, and we will have
It
to
might
set it
be
to whatever we
dynamic,
set it to.
Yeah.
So that we can achieve 60, because 60 frames per second is more important. So if we get a
60
lower
frames per
resolution,
second is more important.
we will.
Yeah, I'll take
So
that. I'll take the
that's-
60 over 1080.
I'll take
it.
960 over 1080 30.
Yeah, me too.
Every
So-
fucking day. of the week.
So
Same here.
it's a lot of that going on. Questions about that, and we really couldn't answer the question about is it going to PC. If it does, then it's not no surprise to us because Microsoft, they normally do that, put their first party IPs on the PC, but like years later after they make their money and their profits off the console. So that's another concern, because of all these Xbox so-called exclusives that's supposed to only come to the Xbox, they all go into Windows. And with the first-party studios just shutting down, got everybody thinking, is Microsoft focusing solely on PC? That's why a lot of these fans are really pissed off, and a lot of them feel defeated, and now you got some of these Nintendo Pro channels thinking next generation is going to be Nintendo versus Sony. Okay, and then some of them are actually happy
I saw
about
that today.
What the heck?
And some of them actually happy, think they got a chance to get Sony. Yeah, okay. But okay, honey. Okay, let's start with you, man. What do you think about this whole entire situation? I know you went on my podcast Monday. What do you think about the situation with Lionhead Studios getting shut down? No Fables game, Fable Legends, no Fable 4 that we've been wanting. I guess with the whole entire exclusive shit was no longer exclusive. They all going to PC. Do you think Microsoft will wind up putting Halo, Gears, Forza to PC, launching the same day of the consoles one of these days?
If it does, who gives a damn? It ain't making. I'm still gonna play that shit on the Xbox. I don't give a damn about no graphics. I like the simple. I live in front of a computer every day.
Wow.
So I don't. I want to go and just chill. I don't want to see no PC. I sleep with a tablet and a phone. So I would want to see that, but people got to just pump their brakes for a second. Like it's not the end of the world. If it does, it does. It don't. People gotta understand. Lionhead ain't put out shit in damn near 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if I'm investing, we don't even know. See, people come on getting rid of Phil and this and that. Phil probably was going to war for these characters. Phil got to answer to somebody himself. Like, hey, our investors saying we're digging all this money into these people, and they haven't gave us nothing. They ain't gave us shit to show for it. So they asking for some more money. It's still in closed beta. The game is mediocre. It wasn't legendary. It was ordinary. It wasn't nothing. Only reason I played it because I got something in my email saying, hey, we got a new update, new characters. It play between. I don't give a fuck about it that what you call it because it ain't coming out anyway. So I guess I could talk about it. It looked beautiful, but at the end of the day, it was like Smite mixed with some other stuff. It didn't feel Fable. Yeah. Oh.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no. So you know what? You know, people hop up and like they run Microsoft. They run a Fortune 500 company and all this thing. You gotta understand, it's here to make money first. At the end of the day, make money. Lionhead ain't really Lionhead. Yeah, Fable was cool. Fable ain't really been Fable since Fable 2. But you know, you give all these hopes and dreams, and a lot of these people complaining, oh, Microsoft going the wrong way, they getting rid of Lionhead or this and this and that. They ain't even played the damn game. Play the
Like
game, then
there's
talk about it.
obviously a reason that they shut that game down. It was in beta for a year and a half.
They had
something
data
wrong with it.
Yeah, and they had data. They can see who's online logging into that shit. People lying is low. I see more people playing Smite than playing that.
Right.
And Smite, I ain't my game, but people in love with that, and it's a free to play. It's to me, sometimes you can drag on free to play, and to me, Fable's gonna be a play to win. It wasn't gonna be no free to play. It was gonna be pay to win. They had microtransactions in the closed beta that was high as hell. Fuck
That's
that! I'm not
crazy.
buying no character.
I think they lost their vision of what they wanted that game to be.
So you got people gotta understand it ain't fail fault. Don't blame it. Man, they acting like the sky is falling. And I'm like, damn. That's why I sit back and like, you know what? I'm gonna play the fucking division. They claim they gamers, but they so busy on the interweb, bitching and complaining. They glad I ain't no Phil Spencer, because I would have told them straight go to hell with a bottle of gasoline. Like, you know, thank you. You know, I paid $600 for this console. If you go buy a car off the lot, it's not worth the same price when you bought it when it first came out. It's to depreciate. You know, you had it decided to buy. I paid $600 for it. I got the Connect. I'm not worrying about it because somebody else can get it for $350, $375. It's been out for several years.
I know, you already have it. Like, why would you care?
Yeah, so I invest in this, and I invest in that. Shut the fuck up and go back to gaming. Quit making these, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the Xbox community, they got like a cloak. They got like, you know what I'm saying? We got cults in the shit sometimes. We got people that will just ride with anybody will say. You know,
Yeah,
it
you're
was
right
the
about
first thing
this
I had an
community,
Xbox
man.
dude tell me I was a corporate slave. Why I'm defending Microsoft? Why are you defending? Why are you even talking to me? I didn't ask for your opinion. I'm just stating my opinion. I'm not claiming this is facts. This is how I felt. I've been playing games. I told Dust, how old are you? Oh, I'm 19. I've been playing games since using the daddy sack. Don't talk to me about what I know and what I don't know.
Damn.
You know, if I go, you know, I come. He was talking about, yeah, you claiming you doing this. What are you doing? So I'm playing a division. It ain't out yet. You can check my gamer tag and tell you what I'm doing. I got it early. So I'm enjoying gaming. I'm not worrying about the politics and who is saying this and Phil need to do that. And I talked to Phil today. I see Phil. Phil, you want to have a drink? You can go to the local bar, man. How you feeling today, man? I wouldn't even want to talk about no gaming.
Man, the shit Phil Spencer has been dealing with from his fan base over the last, what, month, even 2 weeks maybe, has been
I never
crazy.
heard of to say 2 nights. And then I had made a thing. I told somebody we was in a party on Xbox. I said, you know, sometimes you can kill your opponent with kindness. You don't need to go back and, you know what I'm saying, look at this. You know what I'm saying? People tripped off. He want to play Uncharted 4. He a gamer, so he want to play Uncharted.
Of course he wants to play. Yeah, it's one of the most high-profile games coming out this year.
And he said that, of course, the first couple of exclusives was Xbox exclusives. Then after that, he said I might get
Just
blocked.
one of them was
I
a
might
Sony
get blocked
game.
for this. And he mentioned that I want to play Uncharted 4. Oh, that's when these idiots just went crazy. That was it, Raft guy, whatever he is. I think he has a YouTube channel.
Some crazy man.
Oh yeah. He do my bit. He does my graphics for me. Yeah.
Oh really? He's still an idiot.
Yeah. So no, but they run with a certain amount. They run with a certain amount of group. Like I got one dude that's on my timeline every time I wake up, and I'm selling my Xbox One. I'm going to get a PC. And this and that.
You're going to go buy a PC to play the same games you could already get on your Xbox.
Yeah,
That's just crazy.
What the heck?
build it.
So you
Make a
gonna
video.
say
You build it.
for
You find the drivers.
him?
I want you to see you fun. It ain't no. They think it's plug and play. A lot of people thinking you can just go play, especially the Xbox app. They swear that it's like when you cut on the Xbox, you're getting that experience. No, I can talk to
It's
somebody.
only partial experience.
Yeah, it's not. I can text somebody. I can look at messages. I can join a party, but I can't start a party and straight up this and that. And you know, you got on bitching keyboard and mouse support. Man, I want some keyboard. I like to play some more RTS sometime and universal apps. It's like man, a lot of them they talk so shit about the PC and streaming so much that they're gonna be on the same on the same boat. They don't know what to do. Oh, I don't want to play with that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Microsoft never told you have to download Skype. It's an option. It's an app.
Yeah, exactly.
So why are you tripping? You don't have to use this. I don't want. You don't have. Well, somebody's going to have a competitive advantage. Microsoft knows if you got a keyboard and mouse if you in shooting or if you don't. You know, it's going to be. They're going to separate the two. Now I can see on a racing game. With I made a perfect example. I said with 4 to 6, I play with people with motherfucking steering wheels. I don't have one, but I can still dust them with a controller. I play Killer Instinct with people with the game. I got a controller and they got a gaming stick. And I still can kick their ass. I just saw people at Evo playing with a regular Xbox controller, kicking somebody else with a gaming stick. It's how you put it, and they act like they the voice of reason. I told myself I'm gonna be the voice of reason to the Xbox community because y'all take this shit too fucking far. Because at the end of the day, all 3 companies want your money. That's all they want.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep.
They don't care about
so
you.
true,
It's all
man.
about the money. The dough. They want that green money.
Yeah. I see y'all bitching that Phil Spencer eating lobster and steak, going on exotic vacations, getting $1.5 million bonuses. What are you getting? What you doing? Giving them free advertising?
Yeah, free advertising, just crying all the time.
He's sitting back drinking on a bottle of $25 million scotch while you sitting there drinking on some broke ass whiskey. Come on.
Bear. What's a bear?
I talked to Phil. We understand you do. I don't need to. I talked to Phil last night. I don't care. I mean, you know, Phil come. I'm like, man, I want a game. Now I know some of them say I was with Phil, but we didn't really get into the game because we just start playing games. I can respect them. But when you sit there and I told him about this and I told him about that, I was really just like, man, kick this motherfucker out of my party. I want to hear that shit. I've been at work dealing with shit.
Yeah, man. This Xbox community, man. You know, it sometimes just makes me ashamed to be part of this community, man. I know I started in the Nintendo community. Then, of course, we kind of drifted off because we want to diversify ourselves, you know, get into the Xbox community or get into the PlayStation community. But it seems like with the Xbox community, it's so much damage control, so much stupidity that's going around that makes me just freaking so ashamed to even talk about Xbox because we got these idiots with a larger fan base. You know, they just basically getting fed a lot of toxicity. And they're the main ones that's going on Twitter making themselves like idiots, like assholes, just basically just going off on Phil Spencer for no damn reason. You know, I'm pretty sure he has a plan, and just wait and see how this is going to turn out. And the way he turned this Xbox One around, I have a lot of confidence that he has something better up his sleeve. Right now, it might not be the most popular decision that he's doing right now. Well, I won't say a decision. It's thought with the whole entire upgrading your Xbox. It's a thought. He didn't really confirm it. But
Right.
as far as the games going on Windows 10, yeah, well, it's confirmed. But with the Halo, Gears, Forza going to PC, I'm kind of skeptical. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm like 90% sure that's going to happen because he came out and said that not all Xbox One's exclusives going to PC. So when he said that, it got me thinking about Forza, Halo, and Gears. Just being honest. If one I'm going on PC, I'm gonna say maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 years later, after it had already made its money, made its profit off the Xbox One. But it's just right now. It's just that kind of wait and see kind of
Gamer,
what's going on.
it does go out day one. Ain't that more money in Xbox pocket, in Microsoft pocket, that where they can go do a part 2? Think about Quantum Break coming out. You know, and you got a lot of people go run out and go buy Quantum Break. You know,
I don't have an issue with them games going on PC.
Break. What's the difference? We're not playing against each other. You
The
know,
main reason why a lot of these idiots, basically pissed off about that because they don't have no ammunition to throw at the Sony ponies. That's basically what it is.
That's all
It's
it
all
is.
about. It's all
Sony doing the
about.
same thing.
Yeah.
Sony doing the same. They just finna put Bloodborne on the PC. They
No,
following it, man.
no.
They just follow what
I'm
everybody
not
doing.
saying it's just Xbox. It's both communities are stupid. Both of them. 'Cause I see a lot of stupidity in both communities.
Because what you call it, Microsoft did it on the first Xbox One. A lot of exclusives went to PC. I never saw PC sold more. A lot of these people sit there. Well, what about they said Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider sold more on the PC in the first week than the Xbox. Yeah, because it was $9 motherfucking dollars, you asshole. $9 and $60. What you gonna win? They had to pay, so the PC guys go run and grab it.
So they too busy arguing about sales, man.
People also got to remember when Tomb Raider came out on the PC, it came out on its own standing ground. When it came out on consoles, it had to fight with Fallout 4, so that's a factor too.
Well, it's actually selling pretty decently. It sold over 1 million, of course.
But I'm saying it's like an unfair bias for people to even make that comparison because on consoles it fought against Fallout 4. And that was
kind of a questionable decision on
why they dumb release date.
Why they dropped that game the same day Fallout 4, because that was basically the most anticipated game that basically everybody wanted. Because when I bought my Tomb Raider, they was like, "You don't want Fallout 4?" I was like, "No, I don't want Fallout 4. I want Tomb Raider."
They said the same shit to me. I went to a midnight launch because obviously they came out the same day. I was the only. There was like 50 people online. I was the only dude there for Tomb Raider.
No, yeah,
everyone else was there for Fallout.
I had got it a couple of days early, and the guy was like, he was like, "You gonna pick up both?" I'm like, "Hell no, I really ain't no fault. I tried it, but I want you that shit goes to like $40, $25. I want to play this."
Yeah, I just don't like Fallout, so I was like, I want Tomb Raider.
I'm like, I already got something I'm grinding on right now, so when I go to Tomb Raider, I want to do this. I'm grinding on another game, so I don't want to sit there. I'll buy it digitally if I want it, but they have to trip off. They be tripping like, "Oh shit, it sold this and that." And what my thing is, what PC is that sold over millions and millions? We already know the PC most of the time pirate games.
Yep.
And you can't say and please they can't say. And one reason why Street Fighter 5 ain't doing so well because you can pirate the shit. Have it right here on my goddamn laptop. You can pirate.
And also because it's not good.
The full game and play online. Full game. So we don't. They act like they buy a whole lot of games, and then they get it off of Steam sales. They ain't gonna lie about that. And then Street Fighter 5 was only $30 on the PC. It was $60 on the PS4.
Yeah, you could get it for half price day one on PC.
You don't see nobody set up in a trade in my PlayStation 4 to get it on PC.
Did they show the breakdown, like how many sold on PS4 and how many sold on PC?
I think PC only sold like 200 and some thousand on the PC.
So that's about half then.
Yeah, because they did about 500,000 totally.
Yeah, but if we look at the profit is a lot more on the console since you get it by half price on the PC.
Yeah, because you get it it's more expensive on the console. Yeah.
That's what people don't realize. It's like with the Tomb Raider situation, like you get them real cheap on the PC.
That's why, like, as great as PC is and whatever, like blah blah blah, better graphics, all that shit. Consoles are the ones that set the pace because that's where the developers make more of their money from.
Yeah, because that's where the bread and butter is at.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they'll always be setting the pace, because PC, it's crazy that on PC you can get a brand new game day one for like, almost half price.
Yeah, it's because, like, oddly enough, on PC, indie games sell really, really well. And a lot of times, like, a lot of the bigger mods these days come out for indie games too. So a lot of the PC community is really into the indie games.
Yeah, that's true.
And then MOBAs are still the top games on PC too. Like,
yeah, they have a lot of good indie games. There's obviously a lot of shitty
Dota and League of Legends. Like, that's almost the whole PC base right there. Dota 2 and League of Legends.
Yep,
but a
that's
lot
true.
of stuff is selling good on Xbox, like indie games. I bought the Souls Project. I need to go back and do it. But that shit was good, and it was in a preview, and they said, shit, $12. And it sold over 1 million. Ark did sold over 1 million.
I never played the new Tomb Raider yet. Like,
Oh, it's awesome, dude. You gotta play it. It's really good.
Now, I never thought a game could top the first game. That shit murders the first game.
It destroys the first one.
Oh, the first game was really good. I loved it, but the second game was, man,
The second one's much better.
It's great, yeah.
I'm and they're like saying, they're like the other games, like I want to say that Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Oh my Gosh.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Okay. We got 100. Let's go with you, Alex.
I thought I did mine already.
Oh, yeah, did yours? Okay.
Oh, with
Okay.
Microsoft? Oh, never mind. I did mine.
Yeah, by Microsoft.
Oh yeah.
With them putting their games to PC and stuff.
Yeah, PC and all that. Yeah.
I understand why some Xbox users are mad because they bought this box thinking like I'm only gonna get this game on Xbox, but at the same time, it's like when you look at the sales of these games, they're obviously not enough for Microsoft to keep them exclusive. So that's always gonna be the underlying thing. Like it's just not enough people on this console that buy the games. That's just what it is. So they're going to expand it to their other platform, which they own, which is Windows 10, and it makes perfect sense why they would put it there, because if you own a platform that you can make money on, why wouldn't you use it, right? Like, it makes sense. I don't understand why people can't grasp this idea that Microsoft would want to make more money off their games. And, yeah, you want it on your Xbox. You're not losing it, though. You know what I mean? Because the game is not going to disappear. You still have access to it on your Xbox. And what are you going to do? Like, Quantum Break's the perfect example, because like that's a very graphically intensive game, and they showed what the specs are for PC. It's really high. You can't make a PC for that price. You can't make a PC to play that game for the price that you could get an Xbox for. You know what I mean? Like it's still, the Xbox is still the cheapest route to play all the games. $350, $300, whatever it is, and you get access to all the games. Whereas on PC, yeah, you do get access to all the games as well, but it's going to cost you more. And if you're willing to pay that, that's cool, because you can get, you technically could get a better experience on PC, because the online is free, and you can get better graphics if you're willing to pay for it. But I don't see what the problem is. I don't see the issue with having options like that. And other than like stupid fanboy nonsense, like oh well the Sony guys have this exclusive and we don't have exclusives, it's like who cares? Like why does all that matters at the end of the day is the Sony PlayStation 4 does not get these games. That's all that matters.
Oh, they just mad because a lot of the Sony guys, I'm gonna play it on my PC. That's what it is.
They don't have PCs.
They ain't got no.
I know it's just a lot of stupidity that's going on around here. That's why
you can say the same thing about like Street Fighter. Like, yeah, we were just talking about this. You can play Street Fighter without a PS4. You can play it on PC.
Yeah,
like, it's the same situation. I don't understand why it's a problem when Microsoft does it, but it's okay when Sony does it. And if Nintendo were to put their games on PC, I think that'd be actually really cool, too. But they don't do it. Maybe they will one day.
Yeah, but
nobody would see what the issue is.
Yo, that would be sexy as hell. Smash Bros. In 4K?
That would be the day.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
all right, let's go with you, Gaming. Then what you think about this whole situation? My bad.
Hey, I know. Go ahead.
You still going, Alex?
No, you can go. It's fine.
Oh, okay. What about your opinions and thoughts about it?
Well, I just think at this point it's becoming painfully obvious that Microsoft is slowly transitioning to just a Steam-like service on PC in Windows 10. I mean, that's just a thing that's going to happen, and we all got to get used to it, or just not
They'll probably
play.
still offer like either.
So it's like, first of all, if they do that, it's a very missed opportunity if they don't call it Windows X. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But
because I don't think they're just going to abandon the console market.
Yeah, because there's other services besides Steam as well. There's Origin and Uplay. I don't know if Uplay is actually like that or not, but GOG, is that it? There's another one called GOG.
GOG is one.
That's one, right, too. And, Microsoft's saying, well, if we're not going to make the money in the home console market, they're looking at these other services and saying, but they're making money over there. That's why they got into consoles in the first place, because they said, hey, there's money made in consoles. But now that they're not making money in consoles, they're like, yeah, well, enough of consoles, let's try something else.
Yeah, the whole object is to make money, and if they're going to make it this way, if they're going to make it somewhere else, that's all they care about.
If they can get more money from doing like PC, and eventually, when that well dries up, they will probably do something else. I mean, they're looking for what's going to make them more money, and at the time it was consoles, but now not so much. But they're finding out they can make money off of
services,
like, Windows services and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's less money they have to throw into making hardware, because obviously building hardware is not cheap. That's why there's not hundreds
and
of
then they can
manufacturers.
use
And,
all
and
that.
let's not forget about the packaging too. I mean, it's nickel and diamond, but you do a lot of. They spend a lot of extra money on the packaging and the box art and all that stuff that they won't have to pay artists to do designs for and stuff anymore if you're just doing digital copies.
Yeah, which is why a lot of companies are really pushing buying your games digitally because they make more money off a digital sale than off a physical sale.
Yeah, because it costs them to make them damn them
Yeah,
boxes.
they don't have to pay for the
Mhm.
shipping, they don't have to pay for the disc, any of that stuff. They don't have
Or
to pay
the
the
artist,
retailer,
the
none of
drawer,
that
none
shit.
of that.
But the disc is
It's
cheap.
slowing down now because they don't do the manual no more. Remember, we used to have the manual.
Yeah, the manual is
Yeah,
non-existent now. Now it's just a sheet that says this is how you turn your shitty console on.
Yep.
What?
Man,
So,
sometimes it's
I don't think Microsoft is going away from the. I don't think Microsoft is going away from a console. I just think
No, I don't think so
figure
either. I
it-
think they'll always
especially
be an
even Xbox,
Xbox,
you know,
but it'll be
Xbox.
on PC as well.
they see
So there's
Steam. They see Steam.
there's one more thing I wanted to bring up.
5% of the market.
One more thing I wanted to bring up is
Go ahead.
what the hell is with this hero worship of like the head of these companies now? I have never seen this before. We got the frickin' Xbox guys like with posters of Phil Spencer with the shrine
Don't
under
talk
it.
about posters, man.
We got the PS4 guys with Yoshida, whatever his name is. They got their altar. And, well, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the
God.
current Nintendo president, so we'll just ignore that for now. But
Hiroshima's
basically,
quiet
that's
as
what they're
hell. He
doing.
doesn't
They got
got
this
anything,
whole
that's
thing.
why.
It's like, yeah, they got nothing going on right now. But it's
Yeah.
like they got like the picture of these people next to their photo of Jesus or something. And,
That's pretty weird.
and sitting there just
Man.
worshiping these guys
You know
from
what that
afar.
reminds me of?
When has anybody ever done this? I didn't see this happening during the 360 PS3 days, or before that, or before that, or before that. What the
You know
hell
what
is
this
this?
reminds me of, bro?
Wait,
That
Mission.
reminds me, not so long ago, I want to say around the launch of the PS4, there was this whole Twitter thing where a few of these more extreme, fuck that, ponies were tweeting at I was about to say more extreme fans, but fuck that, ponies. They were tweeting at Shuhei Yoshida, and they were like using bedroom names of the dude, like Shu and Shu-san. I was like, nigga, like stop.
What the fuck?
I made a video about that. I was like, these dudes straight making corporate love on Twitter, and I made a video about it, and a lot of people got mad at me. I'm like, but when you look at the Twitter feed, look at it. This is something. This is probably what the man's wife calls him at night, like Shu-san. It's like, who does that?
You know what I think? You know what I think caused it? Again, it's the YouTube community, because a lot of these bigger gaming channels are always over the top about stuff. Like, it's not just some regular person like, I like video games. I got
Yeah, it's always
to do.
fanatic.
They're
I
always
didn't even know
super
Iwata was
over the
president of
top.
Nintendo through 2011.
Right, because it doesn't matter.
I never heard this guy in 2011.
Yo,
Iwata.
not to
Who?
sound messed up, but I didn't know who Iwata was until he died.
Wow.
No, it's like
Oh man, motherfuckers cried when he died. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, they
yeah.
cried.
Oh,
I didn't
that
know their
too.
name.
Yeah.
These channels.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, people got mad at me for that too.
Yeah, that
Because
shit was funny as hell.
I remember I said
The fanboy cried.
Man, boy.
it was about 4
Man,
months.
boys!
Yeah, it was about 4 months after he
I
wanted
feel
died.
that. We be ashamed of not giving Iwata his respect and all this. He down there sitting here. I'm like, you said you a grown ass man. That man didn't know you.
Exactly. Like
Nothing about you.
exactly. Like I didn't cry, but I showed tribute after researching how many games he made, because he made a lot. So I showed tribute, but I wasn't crying or nothing. I was just like,
No, man, no.
All about
No, that's not a problem. No. You see, you're mistaking us. That's not the problem that people felt it when Iwata died and did a tribute. Hell, we did a tribute,
Yeah,
right? As a group, as we do.
Exactly. I made
But my problem came in
talk about
when 4 months later,
yeah.
you're getting mad at people for moving on. I mean, look, listen, let's stop and pause for a second. I lost people in my family, my actual family, that I didn't miss, like that much, right? That I went through the natural processes of mourning and grief and just got over it and went on with my life much faster than some of these dudes who have this crazy
for a brand.
I don't know. The dude was the president of a company you happen to like the products of.
Yeah.
Not your friend, not your father, not your lover, not any of that shit. Okay, so 4 months after this man dies, he is a perfect stranger to you. Outside of his duties in the company, you did not know him.
Exactly.
So why on earth are you idolizing this man? And then furthermore, getting mad at people who have moved on from it, which frankly should have moved on the next day, the following day. It should have been, oh, well, you know, the industry lost a great, yada, 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 natural processes, yada, 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 rest in peace, XYZ, moving on. It wasn't supposed to be
invited to the funeral.
Yeah.
Invited to the funeral.
You did not know this man. You don't know him. You don't know any of them.
Exactly.
So, I don't know, man. I don't get that. I really, really don't. I had people email me.
If Phil dies tomorrow, I won't be sitting there
Email
crying.
me.
Oh, Phil,
Yeah.
you lost my hero.
Telling me that
Everybody want those free 10,000 views and those 30 retweets. That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it was.
No, what happens
Soon as he died.
They back to 100
So
views.
as soon as we got that story that he died, I swear to God, I saw like 1 billion videos. Like everybody want to get to that damn story.
Everyone, even people that didn't even like Nintendo, were making videos pretending to cry.
Yeah.
Well, one guy in particular, he cried so much that he got called out for it, but you all know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude was over here.
You talking about Black
crying.
Huh?
What?
You talking about Black
I made a video
Yeah.
about the person that Nintendo died second, but like, you know, I just, you know, put my thoughts out there, and that's about it.
I mean, this dude was over here like, you guys, man, you're fucked up. He wanted to serve some more. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious right now? And I'm just sitting there and I'm laughing at him. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing because somebody died, but that shit was funny. Because, I mean, come on. Dude, you didn't know him. Did you cry this much the last time somebody who you really knew and cared about died? And if you didn't, no, that's fucked up. Because here you are crying for a complete stranger who didn't know you exist.
But the sad thing is, psychologically, that's how people are. Like, I know people that haven't died for family members, but they'll die for, like, musicians and movie stars. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. I mean, all he's doing is serving a function. He's keeping things running, or was keeping things running at the company. That's all they're doing. You may like what they may do. I like what Phil Spencer has done with the Xbox. I've said that 1,000 times now. But God forbid, should the dude pass away, I'll probably do a little something, say, well, yeah, this is the reason why the Xbox One is what it is. But the following day, I guarantee you, I'm looking forward. I'm looking to see who's going to be running the damn thing again, because I need to know if I'm secure in my investment. That's where my mind is, because I don't know him personally. He's not my friend.
Well,
I've never spoken to him on a personal level,
why would
so I
you
don't
cry?
know. Yeah.
I mean, what would you cry exactly of these famous people that, you know, charge of these companies if you don't know them? Like, or
you don't know them, man.
See, if you went to E3,
you know, and all that nonsense. Like, okay, and then you know the crazy ones saying like, you say anything for us, and they probably get upset, like, or attack you, like.
Man,
hey,
4 months on, or like I was saying, 4 or 5 months on, October-ish, I was getting personal emails from people telling me how I cold and soulless for not feeling people. I'm like, nigga, the nigga dead. He's been in the ground for months.
I got attacked too, man. Whenever I would have died. I got attacked. I think y'all got attacked.
That's not real gaming, bro.
No, like I made a video like I said the same thing. Like I wasn't crying, but I was like sad. I was like, no, man, it sucks. We've seen this guy for years, like whatever. But then, like over the next week, it's like people are still making videos. All the Facebook groups I'm in with Nintendo stuff, it's like all they want to talk about is Iwata's death, and it's just like months later they're still talking about it. It's just like, this is crazy. Like, can you not just let this man rest?
But I can see if it's a person. I can see if it's a person that knew that guy. Like I know a couple of people that know people at Microsoft and like that. And when they come out, they go out to dinner and all that. They got a personal relationship with the people. Let me see somebody from over the pond cry when somebody else died. I'm gonna clown their ass. My girl called me heartless sometimes. But I can be heartless. Like, man, are you serious? That's a come on man moment. Like, man.
Yeah.
You're pointing out.
What we was talking about a while ago? Microsoft.
We're supposed to be talking about Microsoft. You guys are talking about a dead guy.
Yeah, I don't see how we got to this stuff. Did that get to you, King Aimer?
No, you did not.
Give me your thoughts and your opinions about this Microsoft situation. This game's going to PC and this other shit and this Fable shit.
Well, I think it's a shame that Fable's gone, and I never played the game. I heard about Fable over the years, never played it. Now about the whole Xbox One thing, I've seen news about on the videos on YouTube. I think it's I think it's a good idea, Ziggy, but at the same time, Ziggy, what are these fans so worried about? Okay, Ziggy, they still have games on Windows 10, and then Xbox. What's the issue? What's the problem? You're still gonna get the games either way. Who cares? And for the quote unquote get upset, shut up. Come on now. Why are you making a huge deal for the games to be going on Windows 10 or whatever? You're going to get both of them. You're going to get the games on Windows 10 on PC and Xbox One. So what's the issue? What's the problem? I don't see no issue with it. And for them to be making a huge deal over it for them, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb, and they should just let it go, let it fly. Hey, it's a win-win for both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is a win-win, and just thinking about that, a lot of these people that's crying about the games they playing. Yeah, look at some of us that was in the fucking Nintendo community. We still is, but we not in there like we used to be. And we was complaining about not getting games. So at least on the Microsoft side, at least they still get to get the games. They get the games. The Wii U owners don't get shit.
These guys don't know how lucky they have it.
Yeah.
If you guys, if some of these freaking Xbox crybaby bitches were Wii U guys, and then they lived through what was the Wii U, they would not be crying right now, because they'd be like, hey, we're getting these games. Those fucking Wii U guys, they were living through droughts for 3/4 of the year.
The Xbox bots, or should I say Xbox bots boys, fanboys.
Boys!
The boys! They get tired and they get upset. They go to attack. They own that crazy stuff. I just got my shot.
These guys are crying about other people getting their games. On Nintendo's side, we're still waiting to get a unified account system and shit. This is nuts. These guys don't know how good they have it.
We're getting no information on the new Zelda game, at all.
Yeah, it's just what are you guys crying about? You're still getting the game you were promised earlier? Boo fucking who?
Yeah.
Man.
Are you still going, Key Gamer?
Well, I can finish it off. The Xbox fanboys, quit your retarded complaining and just accept it what it is and shut the beep up. Okay, I'm done.
All right, let's go with you, Zen Game. What's your thoughts and opinions about it? I know you got something to say.
Not much, actually, because I pretty much exhausted myself in this topic. So I'll just pretty much see what I was saying before, what King Gamer already said. You're getting the game. I don't see what all the crying is about. You're getting the game. Personally, I don't care if it goes to PC. I'm with Mr. 100 on this. It can go to PC all day if it wants. I'm buying an Xbox. I'm not a PC guy. So I can give a rat's ass what they get. So that's good on them. If they get it, they get it. If I get to play with them, if it's multiplayer and it's cross-platform like that, then great. I get to play with them, beat some of these PC guys, and show them who the real master race is. But aside from that,
just know when cross-platform come, I'm gonna get in all y'all asses. So be ready.
I'm ready.
For real.
It's I don't care, man. If they get it, they get it. It's good for them, and it's good for Microsoft, and it's good for us because we still get the game. It's win, win, win. Where does the loss come in?
All that matters is Microsoft makes enough money off these fucking franchises so you get another one in this series.
Yep.
And the story. That's all that matters.
Yep. The problem is that these list wars, these guys are so invested in their list wars, where they list out 20.
That's all they care about.
It's all about the wars.
And they own 2, and from the 2 they own, they only did the prologue from 1 because these dudes don't play games. We all know that.
And that's
the guys who cry the loudest play the least games.
Yep.
And that's the thing, the camaraderie is good. I know a lot of times I play with my PlayStation friends and games that's cross-platform, and I got a lot of friends that have Xbox, so cross-platform, then I can play with everybody. Like, that's perfect. I don't see the issue with that at all.
Exactly. So I don't see the problem. I don't get it. It's this they're too invested in the console war bullshit. They're too invested. All they want to do is rub it in the face of the Sony guys, particularly the ponies, the ones who are always after them. I just say that our platform is better, and we got this and we got that, and to cap it all off, man, none of this would be happening if the numbers in terms of sales of these platforms were reversed. If the Xbox was the one at 37 million and the PlayStation 4 was the one at just over 20 million, then it wouldn't be happening because then they'd have the numbers, and the numbers would become their weapon, right? That needs that entire thing. Leave them to it. I'm not even saying it needs to stop. They can go ahead and do it because it doesn't faze me any. Even if he's an Xbox guy, those guys are Xbox guys. It doesn't faze me any if any of those idiots over there get up on a Twitter every day and have to be politely bitch slapped by Phil. That's okay. That has nothing to do with me. I just wake up.
Yeah, it sure is funny as hell when Phil has to slap these idiots down, though.
Yep, I wake up, I go to work, and when I get the chance, I get into my computer, go on the Twitter, see that bullshit taking place, and just laugh my ass off.
I'm just waiting on Phil Spencer to cuss these motherfuckers out. I'm waiting on it, but he just.
He's never gonna do it. He's not gonna cuss them out.
Yeah, I know he's not. I want him to do it.
He's not going to. He's too smart for that.
I do it for him. Can I be his publicist? I do it for him. I can speak for him. I can speak for you. Phil told me to tell you to shut the fuck up. Go play some game.
Agree on that. Yeah, like you seriously tell them that.
Well, it's kind of good that he doesn't do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely good that he doesn't.
He still has to.
That's a business move. It's good.
He's still the CEO of Xbox. He can't go around telling people to fuck off.
Yeah.
You see what he really gonna do? He gotta channel his inner Kamiya.
Oh, and you challenger just came in the podcast.
What's up, man? Sorry, I had a family emergency. Still got a family emergency. Got to go out of town tomorrow.
That's all good, man. That's all good. You said you had something to say. What you got to say, man?
Man, if Microsoft does go to PC, I'm going to compare it to Madcast and Toyota 2010. In case y'all don't remember, in 2010, Toyota sold some Camrys that were killing people. You know, they sold cars that had they knew they took out parts. They knew they could make an extra buck if they took out the part and sell them a shit ton of money later. Just like Madcast when they sell shitty product. And I don't know if you guys ever had any dealings with Microsoft, but Microsoft does sell virus-friendly products. Okay, their products are guaranteed to attract viruses. It's not guaranteed to reject them. You don't have to come with Google products or Apple products. Microsoft products, anything you get for them that's computer software is virus friendly. That's why when you buy like a new software, cell phone, Windows 10, all this crap is virus friendly. If Microsoft does go PC, and the same thing for PlayStation, I don't trust them too much because y'all can see we see what they're capable of with this generation of console game. So if they do go to the PC for gaming, I don't think that their product will be trustworthy at launch. I mean, it's Microsoft we're talking about here, man.
Honestly, when it comes to PC, you can never be too careful, which is why we all have really strong antivirus programs. I don't trust anything I buy.
Yeah.
I don't have no antivirus on none of my computers, is why I ain't dumb enough to go get something. So some people sit there. A lot of my customers get it from off of Facebook or something, and somebody send them something, and they get malware. It ain't really viruses anymore. It's malware to say that you got to pay $500 to get your console fixed.
I mean, sometimes you get it from places you shouldn't go that people normally go.
Yeah.
Like, you want to get your rocks off one day and you go to Pornhub, expect a virus to come to you. So
exactly. Exactly. Even with ad blocker on, Microsoft products are guaranteed. If you don't have that, McAfee? If you don't have that shitty ass software, it's guaranteed. You're guaranteed to get screwed over. You can't really trust Microsoft in this aspect here. If they do go to PC, I know for a fact that when it comes out, they're gonna sell they're going to sell Toyota products, okay? They're going to give you all the shiny candy, but they're going to take out that one safety thing that could protect your entire PC. Now, with rigs already, the best rigs going from what? From 150 to $2,000? That's pretty high. So I don't want to imagine how they're going to sell their parts. And yes, I know there's a lot of talk and speculation, and even checking up on the know, they tweet a lot, man. Yeah, Microsoft, they're definitely going to kick this Xbox to come out with customizable parts, and changeable parts for the PC version. So, see, that's what they're aiming for, which kind of makes sense, because, see, when Windows actually ended up in the console genre, it didn't make any sense to me, because, I thought they would try to keep up with Apple more than Sony. And if they do step away from the console gaming, it shows that, well, Sony did win. Sony beat you out. It's even when Sony, when they struggled with they blew over $9 billion with the PS3. Sorry, they lost a lot of money with that. That's why they gave us more games. Now, as you see, they learned from their trial and error and giving more consoles than games, which is still kind of half-assed. But it will show that Nintendo and Sony, they can handle this console shit, but Microsoft, they can never handle it. And it doesn't make any sense with all the money that they make, charging extra for online fee and all other shit. So that's all I got to say. Don't trust. You can trust the hardware. Don't trust the software. That's
also, just to give some background here for some of you guys listening to the podcast, the Know is a group of professional journalists. So they all went to school for journalism, stuff like that. And a lot of them have worked for different development companies like Activision and stuff a little while with their PR teams and all that good stuff. So they give very credible information. So,
and Game Informer. Let's not forget about them. They do stuff other than just write magazines. Check out their YouTube channel. I'm still in contact with one of their writers, Ben Reeves. You guys can definitely trust them. I'm just saying they're gonna keep up with it. Don't trust Microsoft too much, man. I wouldn't blow my money on them too much. I mean, I know for a fact everybody's gonna go through the same chain reaction when they buy this PC from them. It's going to be this one part didn't work, and Microsoft, they're gonna know this shit. They're testing it right now. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, King Gamer Arthur. Go ahead. What you got?
I totally agree with you, JD, bro. I totally agree with you what you said a lot. I totally agree with you. Everything you said just now. It makes perfect sense.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You learn a lot of new shit every day. That's why I like to get y'all guys on here, because a lot of this shit that y'all telling me I didn't know. So I really appreciate the information that y'all are giving me. Oh, Dirt, you still there? You quiet, man? Yeah, you quiet, man. Chime in, man. What you got, man?
Man, to me, it's just, majority of you guys said, Microsoft is just looking, to make more money. You know what I'm saying? And by them being on PC, they want to put their first-party games on there. You know what I'm saying? Or, as I say again, the fanboys that get upset. They want to get upset. They want to trade their Xbox in now, or or they don't want. They cancel pre-orders of games and all that. Like, it doesn't matter who play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you was in this for gaming, not going back and forth with the ponies. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if somebody has a PlayStation, only a PlayStation, but has a PC on the side, can now play Quantum Break or any other Microsoft game? Like, who cares?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The more the merrier.
I mean, why does the fanboys even care if you have a Nintendo, Xbox, or a PC? Like, what does this really matter to them? They need to shut up, like, literally. And shut the out and keep on. Like,
they can all right to be upset now. Don't start something, then just leave. And that's what Microsoft's going to do.
But see, basically all it is, now their channel going to go down because they can't argue back and forth for what exclusive they got, because, Nintendo fanboys and Sony fanboys are like, well, we can play that too because we got a PC. So it's like, this is what they on YouTube for, just to go back and forth.
The fanboys are entertainment. That's all I'm going to say.
But you know what would be awesome? If Apple actually stepped this shit up and went and started, joining the gaming, because, even many game developers are like, even the Oculus Rift guys, Palmer Lucky, they're You know, he openly admitted, said, "Man, I would love to build a VR for Apple, but shit, first they need to actually build a PC that's gamer friendly." You know, they
Not
need
gonna
to.
lie, I'm kind of biased on that. Like, I hate Apple.
I hate
Their
Apple.
their products are overhyped.
Yeah,
A lot of their
overpriced garbage.
A lot of their stuff is copying what other people did. Like the iPad, the iPhone, and all that crap is really what a regular MP3 used to do back in the day. Because I used to have one. It was really no different. And also the way they set up for you to use their different products and link everything together is like just really cringy the way it goes. Plus, I hate the fact they block out third-party products a lot of times.
Yep.
What needs to come back to the console race, and I know for a fact should I say it or not, but I think Sega should.
Oh God.
I have been keeping up with that, and Sega is they're actually talking about coming out with a Dreamcast 2, but it's going to be more like a PC version. So Sega is actually.
Rumors.
Let's be honest.
Those are not just rumors. Those are not just rumors. I talked to a lot of people that actually got in contact with somebody big at Sega, and they announced it too. See, Sega is actually considering about coming back to gaming. They have openly said, yeah, you know what? They finally heard the fans. They finally found the massive network of fans, and they opened their ears. They got all the information, and if I make one email, I can have all the information I want
You
to.
mean that stupid petition from 4 months ago that got 65,000 signatures actually worked?
Oh no, there's way more petitions than that, man.
What?
They're never coming back. That
Oh,
company
yeah.
has no idea what they're doing anymore.
They
can't even make Sonic anymore.
Decide to come back. If Sega did decide to come back to the console gaming,
They would die.
I feel like they would do it right.
Not gonna lie, every time I hear people talk about Sega coming back, the first thing that comes to my mind is that episode of Charlie Brown where he was waiting for the Great Pumpkin.
I'll put it to you this way. If Nintendo cannot even survive on their own, what chance does Sega have?
Yeah, as much of a Sega fan as I am, I love Sega to death, but I don't think it's possible. It's just a dream, it's a fantasy.
The only way Sega could come back is if they did a bunch of Kickstarter campaigns that successfully got crowdfunded.
You know that's gonna happen.
That's a huge stretch. That's a very big stretch. But they would have to do more than one. How many people would be willing to put into that many Kickstarters to get them back on their feet?
I wouldn't give them a dime.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's how most people would think.
I would.
If it was just one Kickstarter, okay. But I'm projecting they would need 10 Kickstarters. 10 Kickstarters.
Sega's not worth your time anymore. They're a dead
Hey, you need to watch your mouth, Alex. The Sega Genesis was better than Super Nintendo. Yeah, I said it.
Are you insane?
I said the Sega Genesis is better. Super Nintendo.
I heard what you said. I asked, are you insane?
No, I mean, he is right. They had blood in Mortal Kombat. Like, I mean, come on.
All right,
Streets
yeah,
of Rage
that was better.
fight.
That was hype.
That was better.
But,
Yeah.
you know who's bleeding now? Sonic and his fan base.
Alex, no, seriously, dude, seriously. Bleeding means you gotta be alive. The Sonic family.
Look here, Sonic being in the brothel has nothing to do with the rest of the Sega franchise.
Sonic is dead. You see, I said this shit before. Sonic is dead. When your best appearances is next right shoulder next to your former enemy,
Yep.
like Sonic's best appearance this entire gen.
The most successful
was
thing
Smash
Sonic
Bros.
did was get created by a fan that did him a channel where all he did was do coke and do crappy jobs. That's the best thing Sonic's ever done.
I mean, come on, man. I'm a Sega guy. I love Sega. I honestly, somewhere, I wish they could come back with a console.
Yeah, I
But
might
at the same time,
make a separate podcast about that, about Sega one of these days. We're gonna just reminisce about the old times, and I'm for it. We will talk about Sega since a lot of us are Sega fans, excluding Alex. So he's not invited. So fuck you, Alex.
No. See, Alex is he has so much hate in his heart. Him and G-Rock.
I have too much hate in my heart.
Yeah, like Zip said, y'all drinking that Kool-Aid, man.
Yep.
You don't understand how raw Sega was. Also, because I had both consoles, so I can compare the two. The music was different for games when they had the same games. Like, the music was always different to the two. So it depended on, what you wanted to hear, too. Because I know that Sega had more of the, techno-style beats for a lot of their games.
Yeah, because they were edgy.
That's completely true, because me and my brothers had Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis growing up back then and stuff. So I
Same
did love
shit,
Sega
man.
Nintendo.
Yep.
All right, guys. I guess that's all we got. We done basically talked about everything and got off topic like 10 times and everything.
Yeah. Back to Microsoft. Back to Microsoft. Come on.
That's become a hallmark for this podcast.
Shout out, man. We have we had a lot of fun, man. But Derek, did you ever finish the Microsoft deal? I don't know if you touched on it, did you?
Yeah, I touched on it.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right, let's go and stop. We're gonna end on this because we done passed the 2 hour mark. So I don't want to go too past that, but I do appreciate everybody from watching, man. We had 26 viewers at one point, and I really do appreciate. And most of the podcasts we've been having at least 20, so it's getting better every week. I really do appreciate y'all for watching. Nia, I really appreciate that. Nia Video Game Hurt, shouts out to you. Jesse, thank you for coming. Who else? The Game Informer, appreciate you, man. I'm trying to see who else is. Renee Croft, even though he wants us to talk about Crowd Gamer a lot, I don't know why. Joshua Sanders, appreciate you. I'm trying to see who else. If I didn't get you, I really apologize. I know there was some other guys that was here, but like I said, I really appreciate all y'all for watching, and it was a good podcast. It was a really good podcast. So everybody's channels will.
Sega, that sucked.
Everybody's channel will be in the link of the description below, and I guess let's go ahead and do our outros. Let's go and start with you, Alex.
What's going on, people? Atkinson here. Always fun being on Real Gamers Thursday night podcast, where we talk about stuff, and then we talk about stuff we weren't supposed to talk about, like Sega.
We talk about Fanbase.
We're supposed to talk about
Hater. So stop with the hate, Alex. It's not healthy for you.
Hey, John Cena, keep your Caribbean ass on the other side of the ocean. I don't give a shit.
That amount of salt, that amount of sodium, is not healthy for you.
Hey, you should know about salt. You're surrounded by it, all right? Just get out of here. Sega ain't shit. They're never coming back. Sonic's dead. Mario rules. Nintendo's the best. And Microsoft, too.
Anyway, let's go to Gamer Nig.
I had to step out for a minute. We're saying our goodbyes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, this is Nick from Gamertag Incorporated. Thanks for having me. And it's nice to talk to all you people. And thanks everybody for watching.
What do you mean, you people?
I feel objectified.
Where's Johnny Cocker?
I'm the minority of this group.
This is true.
All right, let's go to Carl. I know you was there for a short time, but you gave us some good info, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, this is Jay Dollars. Just happy to be here. I appreciate the invite. Sorry that I'm late, man.
That's all good. It's all good. Let's go with you, King Game Arthur.
What's up, King Game Always? King Game Arthur here. Zach, I'd like to say thank you, Real Gamer, once again for having me join this podcast. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed talking about the topics we talked about, and I would love to join once again, of course, when y'all getting ready to. And that's about it.
All right, so appreciate you for joining. Let's go with you, Zen Gamer, the king of logic.
Yep, as the man said, Logic King in the house. Real Gamers podcast again. Glad to do it. Happy to do it. Happy to talk with you guys. Alex, stop being salty. And that's just going to be about it.
All right, let's go with you, old dirty. Mr. Quad Assassin.
What's up, people? So dirty. I want to thank Real Gamer for having me on, and it feels good to have 3 consoles in my home.
Yes, it does.
You're rich.
Right.
Yeah, like Rick James, you rich bitch.
Let's go. I guess last but not least, let's go and go with Mr. Retro Bro.
What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here. Thanks, Real Gamer, for having me tonight. I would like to have a question of the night in the comment section. Let us know, would you like to see Sega come back? Also in the comment section, hashtag Alex, stop being salty.
Stop being salty. There we go.
I know in the chat it says where can I find Zen Gamer's channel. Don't worry, Jesse. Their channels will be in the link of the description below. So after my video upload, I will have everybody's channels in the link of the description. I really appreciate if you sub to everybody's channel. Yeah, I really do appreciate if you do that. So yeah, man, like we here we discuss, about real gaming, man. We leave that fanboy shit at the door, man. 'Cause I'm just sick of that shit, man. That's why we rebooted ourselves and basically talk about some common sense gaming and shit, man.
Oh
And
yeah.
you already know every week we'll talk about those fanboys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I just like those fanboys.
So yeah, like I said, man, it was a good podcast. We're gonna do it the same day, every week, Thursday at 7 o'clock. I said maybe around 7:15 whenever Alex gets home from work. So we try to wait on him. So Alex, you need to move over here on the central, whatever.
Don't you guys understand that the world works on my time?
Yeah.
It's not the other way around.
One more thing though, chat. In the chat section, one more thing. In the chat section, you're gonna see that hashtag Alex stop being salty. Let's get that trending. Let's go, people. Let's go. We can do it.
I got water for days. I can take as much salt as I need.
What's
All
up?
right. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm gonna have everybody's channels in the link of the description below. So whoever's watching, please subscribe to everybody's channel. And after that, that's the. Oh yeah. Oh, one more thing. Zen, are we having a reboot podcast Sunday? Are we?
Yeah, Sunday. Same time, same place. Until we figure out what we're doing going forward.
Okay, we will have a reboot podcast Sunday. Every Sunday, we will have a reboot podcast on Zen Gamers channel. So I'm gonna keep everybody updated on when we're gonna have it. So just to let y'all know. So I guess after that, our podcast is done. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Peace out.
See ya.